triple F.
Now, absolutely. Absolutely.
Double up.
All right, we are live with sound. We are live with video. We are live with me. Hi, everybody. Everybody. That's as much as I can say legally. I am Jeff. Normally your Torchlit Twitchmaster, your Torchlit Torchmaster, the man, the myth, the legend himself. That's right. And tonight, I will be bringing you. I'm not going to be bringing you shit. Tonight, I'm just another player. But you will be tuning in for the show that is a brainchild of mine. It's called System Overload, where we explore a bunch of different systems and find ourselves the true story of Christmas. Of Crisis. Thank you for joining.
Merry Crisis. Merry Crisis.
Today's Game Master will be the wonderful Jameson Oxford.
It's me. Just to address chat for a moment, Celestial.
Can he do that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think he can.
It's important. It's important. Mitch on the podcast is a very avid LARPer.
Yeah, he runs a LARP, and in fact, Jay has LARPed in the past many times. In fact,
Many times.
Jay was on
It's been a few years. I'm out of the game, but
LARPer, or was on as a LARPer on a reality show that only aired
Were
on the
you
WWE
really?
network.
Hey, Evan.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I've literally been on a show where I was bitch slapped by Rowdy Piper because I'm a LARPer. So that was fun. Anyway, I'm echoing again. David says,
Yes.
"What's up, man?
I will work on that. Give me some time.
What is up with that, bro?
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Just me? I know it is just me every time.
It's
Something's
always
wrong.
just Jay.
Let's try turning echo cancellation off. Did that help? Talk, Jay.
Hello.
Or did it make
If I
it
say the
worse?
same word over and over, it really doesn't help you with echo, does it?
Yeah, so don't say over and over.
Oh, it's better. Okay. Fuck
It's
it.
better? Okay, cool. All right,
Let
hopefully
me know
that
if
resolves
that's another
that.
problem, Ava.
No,
I appreciate it.
Echo's still there.
Tech does not like me, particularly on Twitch.
Okay.
If there's a little bit of reverb, part of it is because I'm in a much smaller space. I had to move my office, and that's just the way things are.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm the Game Master.
This,
Today, don't do it again.
It's
I was
on
gonna say
strike
this is a
two.
first.
You won't like Strike 3.
Okay, I'll take strike 2. The tables have turned. The chat is now saying that you have the technological problems, Jay, not Jeff.
I got
I
it.
know, I literally...
I'm not getting too much.
It's not me this time, it's
I'm
him.
fucking ready today.
I have them, but they're, there's only so much they can do. Anyway, we're going to play Numenera, as I was trying to say. Numenera is a game by Monty Cook Games. It is a game we've been playing for a few sessions, but we missed one or two. It's been a bit since we played. Tonight will be the last night that we play Numenera. Numenera is a D20-based system that's more about negotiating with the GM about making your role easier than it is about gaining bonuses to your rolls. And at this point in the current little adventure that we've been doing on System Overload, the team woke up in a weird dungeon, is the way they would understand it, but really it's kind of a spaceship, because Numenera is in the distant future of a weird, fantastical, pseudo-sciencey Earth. So they've been fighting their way out of this ship and going through trap-filled dungeons and dealing with very spooky, ooky, alien tech things that frighten them and might be incredibly deadly or drive them mad. They succeed at the rolls, we'll never know. And then the last thing that they had was they ran into a group of rival adventurers of the land of Numenera who raid these sort of places and called dibs, supposedly, and were really upset that another group of seeming adventurers had somehow beat them to the loot. And
then I did the right thing.
We were going to make a big issue out of it. but they talked themselves out of fighting, gave up some loot in order to do so, and in retaliation then set fire to the forest jungle that was within, torching, we think, all of these people alive. While
We
they
did
engaged more.
hear screams. Can
Yes.
confirm you said we heard the screams.
You do hear screams. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful.
And so they made s'mores and they camped and they found themselves in a weird room that sort of was above the jungle room. And there's all sorts of cables and things all over. And you guys are sitting around a pit of fire that is slowly going out. And while that is happening, why don't you describe your guys sitting around this fire pit? Who's up first? Who's playing with me today?
I am Henry. I'm going to be playing my role as Malix Stone tonight. He once was in the form of a ribbit, which is a frogman kind of thing. And now he is in a very gangly humanoid form, almost like Nosferatu, like length limbs, and just very unsettling to look at. And
Uncanny, that valley is.
yeah. And I am just sitting by the fire, staying quiet, sitting right next to...
I am Jeff. We've been here, you and me. We did some interactions already. You know a bit about who I am, but you don't know who I'm playing. I'm playing Zoland. Zoland is a he was a drow, but here he just kind of has bluey skin because he's not really in phase. And to be precise, in fact, I'm a mercurial Jack who exists partially out of phase. So I'm a little here and a little there. And I am thoroughly enjoying a fresh, what do you call this, cigarette?
Yeah, it's a cigarette. I'm rolling.
That's wonderful.
I gave him the cigarette. I'm smoking one of my own. You know, I'm just the same old Roland you've come to know and love, but this time my beard's missing, and I don't know why.
And
We call him Hot Roland.
Yeah.
joining us is an empty chair.
I'm not as hot all the time.
Yeah. I love that for us.
It's all right. You'll get there
He's just gone. He's just gone. He just walked away.
Must have been important. Anyways,
Nah,
that's
no.
Ulven. Ulven's
Must have been.
That's
Ulven's playing a character I believe named Dalen. Dalen is a gruff character.
Made a whole ass dinner.
Oh, there we
Man
go.
came
There he
back with
is.
food.
I heard we were eating around a campfire. I had to go get food.
Had to get character hard.
Fair enough.
I'm Ulven. I am playing Dalen, and I have a Bluetooth headset, so I can all you motherfuckers.
Good.
Better share this.
We wanted you to.
But,
of course,
yeah,
have
I
plenty.
am playing an intrepid hero, a man among men. Not really. I'm an asshole. I'm an adaptive nano who rides the lightning, which means I got cocaine and spiders in my blood.
Wild.
Hell yeah.
You know what? That's everybody, right? And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and just rip the fucking cord on this episode. Speaking of spiders, I'm going to need everybody to look up, because this room, with all its cables and cords,
You
that have
didn't let
been
me
sort
roll
of
my
hanging from
perception.
the roof, go ahead and do that right now, because you guys start to hear a weird crawling, chittering sound coming from above you as the smoke has started to come out of the hole and fill the area above you causing something that is roosted there to be very upset.
You're a weird crawling,
You're-
chittering so.
Avon, it
What
is
is that?
very similar to spiders. So if you have a problem with spiders, flag on the play, heads up, warning, what do you want to call it?
She was
What can we
already
do
If you have a
ignoring
problem
him.
with spiders, I'm sorry.
What do we
Those are
do to
the
help our
flame
initiative
forward.
again?
Initiative.
You can
Having those rules up would have been
you can
great.
push or something like that. You can do.
I know you can push. I wasn't sure if you can add things to it, like
But I don't know. Are we doing initiative? Is it supposed to be initiative that we're on right now?
It could be. I'm thinking I'm just going to throw you into it because this is something that's supposed to happen in this room if you guys spend a lot of time there, and that's essentially what you guys did. So here we are. Let me just
I got a
pull up
19
the
on a roll.
rules.
yeah, I rolled a 17.
Lots and lots of.
You were rolling for your perception, right? So you're going to give me a intellect, I believe it's called in this games. Yeah, an intellect roll.
Okay.
You just need to beat a 12. What'd you get?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 17.
19.
Yeah. You 19, you see several sets of black reflective eyes reflecting the firelight below you, and you realize that there are some sort of spidery creatures coming down through the cables toward you all, and they seem large.
I'm gonna scream.
I don't
Hear
notice
words.
it, but I'll notice him screaming.
While I'm pointing up.
Oh, wait,
Gross.
Very angry, incoherent words.
so complete. This is
Look
not.
pasty.
This is not what I expected, but it is also not unfamiliar. Huh? Hold on. And then Zolan grabs his two Vereds and spins them around and goes, "Okay, I believe I am ready for whatever the next step is." Huh?
All right. So, when it comes to combat, let's figure out how combat works.
My hat goes.
Your hat does what now?
My hat goes.
I'm sorry, did you not hear him?
I'll do
His
it again.
hat blows.
Is it dark in here?
It is not dark. You guys
It is
have
not.
firelight coming
Good,
from the
good,
hole.
good, good.
It is
My
shadowy.
wrist is not vibrating.
Yes. I'm glad you remember your silly little doohickeys that come with this game.
Yeah.
Um,
You now have a plate with a face on it. Remember that.
sorry, for some reason my shit is loading very slow at the moment.
I wish I had. Part of me wants to go get a cigarette from my roommate just so that I can pretend. You know what?
To have a cigarette.
I have
Meow.
a prop. Here's my prop cigarette.
You should turn it around.
Okay, fine.
So you're all
That way,
making
at
a
least
speed
it looks
roll.
like it has a lit end.
Fair enough.
You're all making a speed roll to determine your initiative.
Wonderful. Huh?
So, what do we add or not add for this?
Unless you are pushing it, you could it conceivably push these speed rolls and like use up resources to win an initiative. But really, you're just rolling a d20 for all intents and purposes, unless you have some sort of speed edge.
One of my. I could potentially use my ability to phase for the speed roll, huh? Give me
if-
bonus, sir.
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
Yes,
But
what I want to
this
do.
isn't. You're not really trying to. Well, so you're just trying to beat their initiative. So, do you want to try to do that? Is that what you're trying to do? You want to reduce it by one with your ability? Sure.
Oui.
Okay. This is where the rules get a little wonky for me because it's not heavy on the rules for initiative. It just tells you to roll. And like I don't roll. You guys just have to beat them. They have a stat. You have to beat
This is the closest thing I have to a cigarette.
Is it a round? Is it a shotgun shell?
It's a stogie.
Oh, okay. All right. Either is acceptable. Okay, so what'd you guys get?
15.
16, eh?
15.
Just as regular Jeff, 16.
Henry? Alex? A foe. A foe. Okay. So all of you go ahead of the spider creatures coming down, except for Malix. Great news. I don't care who goes from this point on. You may choose to go in any order you wish. You beat the monster. That's the way initiative rolls here.
I'll go third.
Except for Malix. Malix must wait.
Perfect. Perfect. Zoland will go first. Huh?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Don't
So
worry.
the spiders are coming. The spiders are coming down from the ceiling.
Don't
Are
worry.
they
Yes.
like?
I'll be
Are they
right
like
back.
on webs over the pit?
So the webbing that they seem to be using appears to be the wiring and detritus of like the ceiling.
That's
seems to have
sick.
fallen apart. Yeah, they are. They're coming
Techno
out of
spiders.
There's no webs that you see, is what I'm saying. It's just sort of a lot of cords and cables that they're crawling out of.
I wish
Are they
I
like-
could
are
play
they like coming
Darude
down?
and not get us in trouble.
Are they coming down over the pit right now that's open where the fire is?
He wants to cut the web and drop him through the pit.
Yeah.
It's not something that you conceivably think you would do. It's more of like a nest of cables. It's not like you would have to run around the entire room to cut like everything off of the it's the whole roof.
God damn it.
So to be clear, you couldn't, if you were to get above them, couldn't cut like one or two, and then they'd fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dalen, you think with your roll that you rolled earlier that there's about 3 of them that you've seen so far. Judging by the way that the eyes move in little clusters, you think there's 3 clusters of eyes.
Do I also? Because I also rolled high.
Yeah, same information.
Okay. It just affects my actions. If I know there's multiple.
You know there's about like 20 fucking eyes, but they seem to be in 3 clusters.
Okay.
I jump towards the spider that I can see, and with my flying ability, it just
Oh, okay, that's right. You fly. Go ahead and roll me an attack. That's a might roll.
Might roll good, might roll bad.
16.
16 hits. How much damage do you do?
I guess it would be. One second, I'm trying to remember how damage works in this.
You just do one flat number.
Yeah, no, but I have a modifier, so I'm trying to see if it's already added or not. Oh no, it's 6 damage.
All right, 6 damage. All right, so you feel like in the dark as it reaches out, you feel like you immediately sever off several of its like front legs. Its mandible on one side and the whole side of its creepy razor sharp feet fall down at your feet. Real quick, give me a. I'm gonna say it's a speed roll.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay. As you jump up and get really close to this thing, you realize that amongst the cables there is something that sort of is similar to webbing, but it doesn't look like it blends in with all the other electronics, and you realize that it is razor sharp. You narrowly miss nicking yourself upon it while trying to attack this thing.
Good to know. Don't touch the webs and the cords.
Okay.
This is a Jeff question.
Who's up next?
This is a Jeff
Yes.
question. Is this thing technological?
Let's see.
Or organic? Or is it the dreaded techno-organic?
Technologic.
Let's go with techno-organic. The first sentence of this creature says they are creatures of living metal that spin incredibly thin webs, also made of metal.
So like the replicators from Stargate.
Yeah, they're called steel spiders.
Well, follow my logic here.
As long as it leads to an action.
It will. I'm gonna jump up there because I have the speed advantage. It's a minor advantage, right? That granted my minor ability by being existing partially out of phase, and since they have some tech element to them, I want to see if when I phase through them, which invariably I can phase through them, if that will short out some element of their tech.
So you want to see if you can literally just move through them like a ghost or something.
He wants to
It's
Danny
more
Phantom him.
about... Yeah, so currently...
From X-Men.
Yeah. All right. So currently, I'm going to say that that's not unfeasible with what you're guessing about these creatures. But,
Cool day.
like I said, they're currently in a nest of cables, and now he's just called out this razor sharp webbing that's like barbed wire that they are in currently.
I don't want to touch you.
So, yeah, if you're going to move through any of that, I'm going to make the roll very difficult because you're not just trying to hit them. You're trying to avoid all this other shit while moving through them and turning on and off your phase at the right time.
Oh, no, I'm just going to instinctually...
Jumping in here real quick, sorry. Jay, do you have your Torchlit audio on?
My Torchlit audio?
Twitch stream audio?
No. I'm also not the one streaming, so...
I'm the one streaming.
Yeah, no, everything's muted. But you guys. You're still hearing an echo? Is that what's going on? It's got to be on Jeff's end because any audio that the stream is hearing is through Jeff's system.
Correct.
All right, hold on. Jay, talk real quick for me.
Cool
I'll
Daddy
talk real
J.
quick for you.
Cool Daddy
Only
J.
for you. Cool.
Can I
Daddy.
do something
That's what
cool?
they call me.
Can I do something cool?
I don't know. I don't think that it's like any audio bleed on my side.
Have you made sure that my settings are manipulatable? The setting where you click for, you can change my audio within.
Yeah, so right now your
Streamlabs?
microphone is set to voice mod, and your headphones are set to voice mod, which is what you want them to be, correct?
Yes. I can change some stuff. I still don't know how that would matter because you guys should hear me echoing if it was me.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Well, I just don't know. Okay, let's go into your little video then.
It's just weird.
Please hold on while we
only-
do some maintenance on the
only
show.
Jay.
I'm a fool.
Yes.
I wasn't ready.
What this time?
Jay, I do have a question though. You gave me a short sword. That is not an available weapon.
Really?
Yeah, would it be a broadsword or a rapier? Because those
Sure.
are the two most comparable.
Broadsword sounds great.
Okay,
Go with
I
broadsword.
asked because those are two different damages.
Can you guys hear
Yeah.
Jay still? Is he echoing now? I've unclicked
Hello,
one
hello.
thing.
I am Jay. I will be your game master today.
Jay
It's
is
better
not
than
echoing.
before.
Okay, well maybe that's it.
Today on Torchlit Tavern, the gang gets canceled.
Ah, just like always.
Daddy, chill.
Jeez, fuck you, Henry. There's only one robot in Torchlit. We know who they are.
Robot J is gone, says Diane checked.
No,
So.
not you.
It's me.
Not me? Is that an
There's
inside
only
joke?
one robot in Torchlit.
She's big,
Nine.
beautiful. Yeah, celestial even knew.
See?
She got it.
She got it. I didn't
I'm
even
20
know.
episodes behind. I know this.
I'm not doing that right now, though. You
20
should
whole
go check out the
episodes
podcast.
behind, my guy?
Black
Come
I
on.
I'm
just
probably-
started getting caught up
I'm probably
last
like 8. mine might be 20, actually. Shit. Hold on.
Hey, the great news for anybody who's behind is if we get delayed, you won't notice because things are weird right now for the show. I just posted last night's episode today, just before the show, because I forgot what day it was.
So
who's up?
I'm still up. I'm still figuring this out. I would like to
Celestial, I love you.
I would like to just phase my way through the spiders and back down. Just be out of phase the whole time.
You want to phase through the spiders and the webbing.
Yep.
That is the thing. Like I said, difficult roll. Just because it feels like in order to affect them but not hurt yourself, feels like threading a very deadly needle.
Well, so here's my idea, and I want to make this clear because I don't know if this is clarified. The idea is, even though I'm phasing through them, I cannot physically touch them. Their circuits will be interrupted by the energies of my phase. Not that I'm going to be like going in and out and doing anything precision. This is all entirely by accident. A la Kitty Pryde, all she has to do is phase her body through technology. It will break. Something about
I get
her
that.
phasing through it
I get that.
smashes it.
I also did
She
not.
has great attractive powers.
You
She's
are
very attractive.
trying to move your energy through them. I get that. Roll me a speed. I want to call this an intellect. I do want to call this an intellect. This feels like
It would be an intellect. It would be an intellect. It says, because I have walked through walls, it'll cost me 2 intellect points.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I'm going to walk through walls, basically.
Okay.
Just jump up there, phase through at least the big one, and then phase
Make
my
me
way back
that
down.
intellect check, and I'm going to make it a difficulty. I was going to say 7. I'll drop it to a 6 because of the ability you're using. Do you have any other reason why it shouldn't be a 6?
Yes, I have a bit of another reason. Being mercurial, just like floating by the seat of my pants, kind of fits my aesthetic. I am a mercurial thing. Changing my mind, changing my phase, kind of double bonus there.
Don't see how it's helping you at the moment.
It's helping me
No.
not be scared of it.
No. I'm going to go with no. If that's all you got, I'm saying no.
I also have skills in tumbling, so
That's better. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead and knock that down to a 5. You need a bit of 15.
beat a 15. Here we go. Beat a 15. Didn't beat a 15.
You did not beat a 15?
No.
All right. As you
I don't
move
even
through
think I
it,
could push
one,
that to
that's all right. I wouldn't bother because you're going to learn 2 things. One, that moving through that was dangerous because you do get nicked by the razor sharp wire trying to move through them and affect them because they're not electronic in any way. As you move through them, you feel the same sensation that you would have felt moving through any creature, like a living creature. It is a steel spider. It is techno-organic, kind of like you said.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what it felt like. So
No.
let me
It's
pitch
Doc
this-
Ock.
Let me pitch this a little bit.
There's no energy that you feel like. There's no static or anything like that.
Yes, I'm not disrupting anything through static or anything like that. I got you.
It's
And
squishy.
because you failed, it kind of swipes at you, which causes you to like kind of lose concentration just enough to nick yourself on a wire. You are going to take 4 damage to your might.
4 might, and then it cost me 2 intellect. So currently my pool is okay, and then 4 might. Oh no! Don't change this one. Change the other one.
As he does that, Holden, Dalen.
I want to narrate this real quick while Dalen figures out what he's gonna do. So I do some flips off like the nearby wall, and I'm moving very fast, phasing in and out, flip through the air, looking like I want to attack this thing, but just going through it and going, oh well, that was weird, and then going
It like claws at you. It claws at you as you go by, like trying to get you, but it can't.
Yeah, and then because I'm thrown off, I nick one of the wires and and then flop back down, still on my feet, perfect landing and go, well, whatever. You can do
Perfect.
more, I guess.
Perfect
huh?
landing.
Perfect landing.
Taylor.
Now my shirt is ripped in a sexy way.
What?
That's what happened. My shirt's now ripped in a sexy way.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now what it will be.
Stupid.
Is that sexy enough for you?
I just lost what I was gonna do. Thanks.
You ruined it. You killed him.
Soiled it. Soiled it.
Well, part of the problem I'm having is I can't find my particular spells. They're missing from the list, and I can't find the list.
Oh, your abilities.
Necessaries. So, what I am gonna do. Let's see. How far away are they?
They're like, let's call it 10 feet for the sake of ease.
Oh,
and they're like
so
above you
they're
coming.
short range.
Imagine it's like a tunnel spider, but they're coming from above.
So I'm gonna ready my light sword because it's super light,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast onslaught.
Bad joke. Bad joke is bad, but go ahead.
Shame on you. I'm gonna cast onslaught. Onslaught can be a physical or mental attack.
Okay.
Attack foes using energies that assail either the physical form or their mind. In either case, I must be able to see the target. If it's physical, I emit a short-range ray of force that inflicts 4 points of damage. If the attack is mental, I focus my mental energy to blast through the process of another creature within short range. I'm doing the physical blast for 4 damage.
All right. Roll. If it's physical, you're rolling might.
Even for ranged?
Especially for
It
range.
is.
enough.
If you're doing a.
It's physical damage, so it's might.
Technically, it is speed for a ranged attack. I'm confused about what you're saying, I guess.
It is
It's
technically
It's a physical attack. That's what it's saying. I'm choosing a physical or mental attack.
right. It is ranged.
So it would be might, not intellect.
It's ranged no
Yeah.
matter which, but it is either a ranged physical attack or a ranged mental attack. That is just the kind of how it
Okay.
affects the character.
Whatever you choose is what that means going forward. Do you consider it a speed thing or a might thing?
I was going off the rules. I don't know.
Speed.
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 If it says speed in your thing, then it's speed. But
It doesn't say speed. It just says you can choose to do a physical attack or a mental attack.
strange. Okay.
But either way, it's ranged.
Physical doesn't necessarily mean ranged, right?
Short range physical, short range mental.
Got it. I believe most ranged attacks, if they're, would be speed. So
I don't know
Okay,
how range breaks down.
so-
Short range makes it sound like it's not melee though.
15.
short range doesn't matter.
Straight roll
15? Okay, that's enough. They are not hard to hit.
4 points of
So
damage.
that's 4 points. Do you hit the same one or a different one that was
Same
hit
one.
by? Same one? You murder
Same
it. It's gone. You the first one who lost several of its arms. Those are the arms it would have needed to move out of the way of your onslaught. It is obliterated by it. What does it look like?
Now that
Fuck
wasn't
you.
very nice of you to take my.
What does that look like?
It literally looks like I point a finger and you see a beam of light go bing,
Short and sweet.
and
All right.
all around the finger you see this like a bunch of little lights.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
All right.
say like a rune or a glyph or something.
No, imagine
Uh,
fucking headlamps, but on my finger.
All
He
right.
shoots a
The remaining-
Kamehameha out of his fucking finger.
The remaining
Death
two
beam.
spiders are going to dash out of the hole. I'm going to need
Death
the two
beam.
people who seem most dangerous. Roland and Dalen to give me a might roll.
You gotta fight.
might.
Bum, bum, for your might. Boom, boom.
13?
14.
13 and 14. That is enough. Congrats. As they jump down and you guys nimbly step out of the way as they just land where you guys were and
I'm still
immediately start
floating,
dashing
by the
toward
way.
you. Then it misses you and like goes past you as you're floating around.
So as I sidestep, you see a little bit of
Actually-
crackling lightning.
It's way more interesting. It misses its bite on you because of your armor that you have on, but it is on your ass because I find that just to be way more cool. And yours lands just shy of your feet.
Ha
Malix.
I have a question for you.
I have
Bear
answers.
with me. I have phase gloves. Phase through solid objects for 1 minute per level, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
Would I be able to unphase it inside of an object?
Hey, I'm just gonna throw this out there as someone who loves reading phasing stories. If you unphase your physical body inside another physical thing, you lose that part.
I was going to say, it's not great for either of you. It will work.
Maybe I don't want to do that anymore.
Unpleasant, but viable.
What if
You will become from the elbow up man spider. And that will be bad for both of you.
Here's a question. What if you're holding something like a glow orb and you phase it out and then you let it go inside of the thing? Does it come out of phase inside of the spider?
I
Ooh,
imagine
yes.
that, yeah, you end up with a really... It's like when the dog eats the glow stick.
Wait, no, you
With
can't
the
do that because you're not phasing anything outside the glove.
If we're going to get
The glove
anywhere, I'm going to have
within
to ask you
phasing.
guys to focus up and tell me what you do.
Anyway, I'm going to take my short broadsword and swipe down on the nearest one to me.
Okay, roll me a might roll.
I'll have you know, Malix, not the mightiest guy.
That's the funny thing
Hey.
about the rolls, though. Like, you don't add anything to it, so everybody's more or less on the same page.
I don't think so, but does a 5 hit?
5 does not hit.
Ah,
Yeah, that one's not enough. They're not that hard to hit, but that's certainly not enough. That's going to make it top of the round. Roland.
All right. Where is this thing on me?
I'm
dick.
gonna say that it landed like on
Arm
your
or something?
yeah. No, I'm thinking like it jumped at you and got here, and like I said, wherever you had R on deterred it from actually sinking its teeth into you, but it is trying to get you.
Okay. I'm going to
You should
pull
hear the
my
sounds of
my
its
hand
teeth
like
scraping.
this on my chest so it's next to it, and I'm going to shoot out my wrist blade through it.
You have a wrist plate. That's great. Roll me a mic
Hey.
check.
Just to like the ping pong thing off.
Sure.
That's a 14.
That's a hit. How much damage does that do?
That is 3 damage.
All right. Yeah, you once again you kind of cut into it. That is not enough to kill it. It looks unhappy with you. Who's up next?
I'll go again. So there's the other one on the ground next to me and Dalen, correct?
Yes. I imagine you kind of landed a little bit away, like a few feet because
Yeah.
of your little tumble, but yes.
I would like to run up behind it and take any number of its legs with my Varides. I have 2 of them.
Okay. What that's a melee or a ranged weapon?
Melee.
Might roll.
14.
That'll do it.
If I'm using
How much
both,
damage
do
does it
I
do?
double the damage? I have 2 Varides.
What'd you roll again? Sorry, what?
14.
Okay. I don't know. You have to look that up for yourself if you're doing 2 weapons. I don't think there's any rules per se for that. This is more of a narrative combat system.
It's
It's
part
not
of the
rules
reason I'm
heavy.
asking. That's part of the reason I'm asking. Just what your thoughts are in general.
I think that you're fighting with 2 weapons does not necessarily mean you are more damaging with either one, with both or whatever. I think
fair.
that just give me the damage. Yeah.
Sure.
Mainly because I don't want to look every roll up right now.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, that's fair. 4. I do 4.
4 damage. All right. And I have just realized that these things have an armor of 2, so that first one shouldn't have died, but we're going to keep it dead because 2 is going to reduce any damage coming in by that much. So you do 2 damage to it. You realize that this thing is called a steel spider for a reason. As your weapon sort of clangs off of it, you feel like you did hurt it, but not as bad as you would hope.
Okay.
Dalen.
And now I'm on its butt.
I found my spells.
Good.
Unfortunately, one of them is just me being a walking charger.
Okay.
Literally, I can charge anything and everything except ciphers.
You're a battery. Okay.
Battery man.
You're a universal charger. That's great.
Anyways,
I always have trouble finding the right one.
I'm gonna fucking stab you. I'll charge you through my short sword. I will go ahead and do it again.
Yeah. Same old, same old. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Same old. I'm gonna point fingers at it and go, get fucked.
What'd you roll?
$14.
Still a hit.
Cool. 4 physical range. So, deuce, you said, right?
Yep. All right. So far that one's taken 4. No, wait. Yeah. No, because you killed the other one. Yeah. So that one's taken 4. All right. Same story as last time. Spider's not clever. Spider's going to bite the same 2 people, Dalen and Roland. Give me those might checks as you fight off the mandibles of these steel spiders.
Still trying to
this-
bite my compatriot.
You said I could
Yes.
spend my might points to add to my roll, right?
As long as you do it before you roll. You do have to call that before you roll. Yeah. If you want to make sure you don't fail.
I rolled a 16.
16's fine. You grab this
can I
thing's fucking
spin?
teeth as they come at you like, nah!
Can I spend my I have a thing here. I have a thing.
A 9.
A9. I've got great news for you. A 9 is enough.
Oh, wonderful.
What? The fuck?
Oh yeah. We get XP when you encourage. I was like, do I get XP
Yes.
for failing? No, it's
Also
fine.
remember that if you're rolling like 17 or higher, there are like bonuses to your shit you're doing. If that should come up. So you guys both narrowly avoid getting bit.
Wrong button.
Really far more narrowly than others. Dalen, this one, like, I'm going to say it crawls up your ass and nearly gets you in the face.
Not-
But you,
Why is it crawling up my ass?
Not up your
Because
ass,
it's
like up your
not
body.
really up your, don't, well,
Starting at
he
the
did-
ass.
Look,
If you
you're
would
the
fail-
DM. I have to
Words
take
matter.
your words
No, I know.
literally.
If you had failed the roll, yes, it would have been up your ass. But you swat it from your butthole just in time.
I clenched just hard enough.
Yeah. Like the teeth are in there, but they can't penetrate. Malix.
You're just welcome to
muted.
be back at that line.
I was saying, hold on, I want to read this chat.
Yeah.
So
By the way, I had to permit that term.
Nice.
I was about to. Malix is again just going to strike down on the nearest one,
Oh, that was
aiming for whatever fleshy bits he can see instead of the metal.
Okay. Currently, you guys are just sort of
You will
three-manning
find
the
that.
one that is crawling up, or attempting to crawl up Dalen's butt, because the other one is floating in the air with Roland, unless you want to help Roland.
No.
Roland's got this.
Malix is
He's
going
doing
for the
fine.
closest. Malix is going
Sure.
for the closest one. 19.
19?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And a 19 is considered it has an effect. You should have special effects that you can do. This most simple one that you can choose to do is just extra damage, I believe.
I don't think that
What are you
a
new?
rookie.
What are you new?
Sorry,
Hello?
God, I had a thought in my head, and then Tony gets a phone call. Extra damage isn't going to do anything for me.
Look, don't blame Tony for your 2 brain cells fighting
So-
for 3rd place.
A 19 counts as a minor effect. If the roll was an attack, it deals 3 additional points of damage. You can choose to do something other than that and just say, let you narrate something a little extra, give a little judge, which is part of the reason that I really wanted to play this system. It's similar to
Yeah.
story points in.
Well, that's what I wanna do. I wanna add-
For.
I want to
Yes.
add some zhuzh. I want to add
Yes, some of you
zhuzh.
have specific minor effects that are part of your build. So some of you have options or recommendations, honestly, that you can do when you roll well.
I want
So you
flavor.
wanna do-
So what
you
I
want
want to
flavor?
do is
Yeah, hit the button.
All
Come
right,
on.
say
say it with me now.
Flavor. All right, go for it. What's the flavor?
So I'm changing from my overhead strike, if you will allow me,
Of course. I don't have to
into
allow shit. You rolled a 19.
into a golf strike
Love it.
at this arachnid creature at the spider on Roland's chest.
Okay. You want to hit it into the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the effect? Nah, fuck that. I'll tell you the effect. It works. You hit it up into the air.
Hell
It strikes the
yeah.
one on his chest. They both fall to the ground. What is the damage that you would normally do? What's your normal damage?
Just for a normal hit is 4 for the broadsword.
Okay. You feel you hear something crack in that first spider and then it hits the other one. You're fairly certain that the fall damage does nothing to them because of their heavy armor plating, but they both tumble below, and the one that you hit into the other one looks real bad. That's going to make it top of the round once again as they kind of scramble off of one another. Roland, you no longer have a spider on you thanks to Malix, and they are scrambling. Oh, ruined your plans, huh?
I look
Well-
over at Malik and I'm like, stay in your damn lane.
Your turn. Go ahead.
And then
Also, I will say this again. In initiative is not very rigid in this game. You guys all go before the spiders. You may choose to go in any order that you wish, though keeping an order is easy. Just letting you know that at any time, one of you might be like, "Hey, can I go ahead of you?" You know.
I
guys are
think
in
that's
the
the
initiative
preferred
bubble.
version. I think that's the goal that Daggerheart was trying to get, that vibe.
Yeah.
But I think not having it with that specific, like, hey, there is a turn order.
Yes, you guys do need to win in the turn order or whatever. Yeah.
I'm gonna float above. Are these 2 spiders still on top of one another?
Yeah. They're kind of disengaging from one another because they landed in a heap.
Perfect. I'm gonna float above them.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my sword like this. And I'm
Okay.
gonna deactivate my ability to float. And I'm just gonna fall with my sword on top of them.
Hey, how
Sure.
old are your knees, though?
I am the god of thunder.
Yeah, if
Give me a
Roland
might
is your
roll.
actual,
Give me a might roll. If you get
These aren't
the-
Tony's knees. These are Roland's knees. Roland's knees are fine.
if you get a 19 or 20, I will let you hit both. But if you don't, it's just going to hit one of them.
I also do want to point out that I do have impressive display, so I'm going to expend 2 additional might points. I prefer a feat of strength, speed, or combat, impressing those nearby. For the next minute, you gain an asset in all interactions and tasks with people who saw you use this ability.
cool. Everybody.
I don't know what it's
in the
going to do, but
party-
it is
yeah,
cool.
everybody in the party will be more manipulatable by you because you're so cool.
Yeah. And then the
Keep
sword
that
does
in
have the
mind.
density module, so it's going to go faster.
Density module makes it heavier.
Module, yeah. So it just has that much more force going through him.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Density doesn't affect weight.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Nat 20, my man. So if a roll is an attack, it deals an additional 4 points of damage. Your normal damage is what?
6, so that's 10.
Your normal damage is 6?
For that sword, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nat 20, the normal would be like a total of 10 damage. Both creatures have like 5 health at this point. You get them both. You nat 20 to set the terms and you got them. So how does it look when you kill them?
It just like sticks them into the ground, do the whole superhero landing and everything on top of them. And then I just kind of stand up and then pull the sword out of them in the floor.
If you spent any points from a stat pool on that action, you get those points back because of a nat 20.
I spent the 2 for the impressive display, so I get those 2 back, I guess.
Yes, you do.
Sweet.
That was very impressive.
Did.
That's all I wanted, buddy.
You got it. You nailed it. As you pin the last 2 spiders, you don't hear any more chittering, and just like a little splurt of like razor sharp web shoots out of the ass of the one that was fucking face up underneath the other, and it just goes and like shoots against the wall, and you see like glittering razor sharp webbing going out, but it
Nice.
yeah.
Where I am from, we would normally take this apart for anything worthwhile within it.
What?
Where
what?
I've been before.
I agree.
I would normally, like, after you kill a monster, maybe there's meat. Sometimes, like a spider might have poison in it. Any number of things that could be useful. I do not know if these would be as useful as those there, but
Listen, I might eat bugs in the world I come from, but like this doesn't look very appetizing.
I walk up and I crack it open like a fucking egg. Take the hammer to it. Break this fucking corpse open.
So steel spiders are creatures of living metal that spin incredibly thin webs, also made of metal.
Is there any loot inside this thing?
They eat. It appears to have organs, and it has the innards of a spider, but they are all metallic or semi-metallic. As far as you can tell, it is a living creature like any other, but it seems to have an incredibly high amount of carbon iron, like in its...
It's high carbon steel, yes, fair.
Yeah, yeah.
I crack it open like it's an egg, look through it. There is no loot inside this. It's what Jeff is going for. And what
you find its spinneret and realize that you can carefully pull out the strand. It says that a steel spider's web strands can be used as deadly garrotes or cutting tools.
Wonderful. I pull that out. I go, this is useful.
While he's digging through the spider,
a spool of razor wire, kind of an idea. Go ahead.
While he's digging through the spider, Malix is looking around the room for any of these trinkets or things that these men spoke of. Above board, he's looking for ciphers.
Yeah,
I'm keeping an eye on the surroundings.
Give me an intellect roll.
I'm good at those. 18.
So am I. 19.
You guys do not 18 and a 19. You guys realize as you move through that this place was already quickly kind of picked over by the group that came ahead of you. You do find one cipher, which I will let you guys roll randomly for. One between the both of you.
What?
Oh, no,
Even
no.
though
I'm
even
paying
though I
What were
was-
you
attention
looking
to
at?
One
surroundings.
was keeping watch, so
I'm not looking
Oh,
for
sure.
ciphers.
Oh.
No, nothing interrupts you guys as you are doing this.
I was like, I rolled higher anyway.
Yeah, no. You
No,
find
I
you
was
find
looking
a
for
cipher.
ciphers. Okay,
Yeah,
what
you
does
found
it
a cipher. I don't know. Roll it.
You roll for it.
I gotta. You get. Yeah.
do? Fucking. I
Was
gotta
it
go back to the cipher
D20
page.
or
Gotta give me a
D100?
D100. I'm there.
Okay, you're there.
Yes.
I knew it was a D100. I was just looking for the chart. 30.
A 30 is a force screen projector. You find something tucked in behind some of this nasty ass razor wire. It is very delicate work to kind of pick it out, but it looks like one of the spiders had squirreled it away for some reason. Or I don't know. Maybe it just ended up back here, but that is what you find. You'll have to look up what that does.
A screen protector?
A force screen projector.
Oh, force screen projector.
And I need to roll level. I forgot these things have levels. It's a level 1.
After I've gotten my Tony, you look so tired according to chat. After I get my techno-organic garrote out of the butt of this thing and go, this was useful. I want to look down. Is the fire still going?
I'll answer Dalen since he was sort of on the lookout and everything. Dalen, while you kind of surveyed the area, you realize that there is light coming from a just northern direction from this room. It seems that from what you gather from the smell of fresh air and the vague light that way, that's likely the way out. And you, as you check back down in the hole, realize that the smoke is thinning out, and it is likely that whatever was burning is burned out at this point. Whatever burned down there burned incredibly fast. You assume that some manner of fire accelerant in this place must have been hit as well.
Wonderful.
Oops.
I go, perfect. It is almost time to see if there's anything worthwhile out there.
Then you guys are left with the simple choice of investigate further or leave.
Dalen would viciously and immediately vote to get the fuck out of here.
As would Malix. But Malix, let's do this in RP. Let's do this in character. Malix is going to look to the group and say, I do believe that we've really reached the end of where we should be. I think we should get out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I don't want to stick around for any more spiders. I fucking hate spiders.
You are both, you both lack the adventurous spirit, eh?
No, I'll fuck up some hoodlums and hood rats, but I ain't fucking spiders.
Fair enough, I guess, huh? The smoke is almost cleared, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I think I would like to know what it is they so voraciously wished to keep for themselves, huh?
Well, you're welcome to go after them.
I will simply investigate their corpses, eh? They are dead, we heard. I remember the sweet sounds of the screams.
By all means.
I'm not staying.
Malix is already walking.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I look over at, Hold on. I've got notes. Don't think I don't. I've got them. I look over at Durzen and I go, Durzen,
Last time you saw Durzen, he was wandering away from you guys in the jungle.
Oh, did we kill Durzen?
Oh fuck! We lit Durzen on fire.
We can't have killed Durzen. Durzen's our only way out.
He said nothing the whole show. Just let him go. Just let him go, Jeff.
He's our only way out.
I immediately jump back in the hole
You
with
break
the
my
rope
game.
and go find Durzen.
No, I
break
noticed
my
this a
game,
while ago.
You
We
break my
leave-
game.
we leave
you
no man
didn't
behind.
say anything?
No, he didn't break a concept yet. He didn't say Durzen died.
At that, I run past Dalen and Malix and just dive right into the hole with the rope and like rappel down like a Navy SEAL.
If you
Going
for
to take
a
my
second
fingers.
think I'm not going to turn to address Durzen, and you be like, he hasn't been here the whole time, and that's gonna fly with me, you're crazy.
I don't know why I wouldn't fly with you. You have yet to ask him a single question.
Because we went immediately into a fight.
I just thought
You
he
didn't
was
ask him a question last time either.
Yes,
I was gonna say, no
did.
one
I
talked
was
to him
the
last
only
time.
person to talk to him.
He is incredibly fucked up and singed because he did barely make it out of the fire, and he was half toast before that from the flame room. Durzen is fucked up. He has used the entire time to heal, and he's not happy about it.
I hit him with the rejuvenator.
What's the rejuvenator?
It after 5 minutes restores all expended might, 1 intellect, and 1 speed point.
Okay.
It's my one of my what's it called? Ciphers.
Okay.
That's a useful
Yeah.
cipher.
That is great. You fully heal him. Just a reminder that ciphers are one off. It is gone.
That's fine.
Okay.
I feel bad for roasting Durzen.
Yeah, he was already limping his way out of there when everything went down because the room full of fire, the hallway full of fire that you first found, got him real bad.
He made it up the rope. This is for sure.
Yes, sure. Yes, your plot requires it. What little there is.
That's why the least you can do is stick to what little there is.
Look, I've tried to speak with him twice. He was ignored. I felt it was best to just kill him. Just seemed like the better way to go. And also just limited my work so much. It was great. It was a great call for me.
Durzen,
Here we are.
Why didn't you follow us up the rope, man?
I remember him being up
Been
the rope.
here the whole time.
We all left. You should have come with us when we were leaving those 4 idiots in the fucking forest.
No, you don't understand. He did follow us up the rope. He is burnt from the other room.
He's just been in the corner of this room since you guys got out of the crawled up here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was like still like he got burned in the.
No.
fire.
Jeff vetoed me. Jeff vetoed me.
I vetoed him.
He used the story
Just
point.
so all of you, yeah, I use my story point. Just so all of you are aware, whenever you take over, if
He
you do
pulled Uber Game Master privilege to veto me just now.
I can veto certain things. I will mostly not fuck with your games, but if you break the few,
He's there. What do you want to
things
ask
of my
him?
concept. Yeah, I
did you
look
wanna
at
ask him?
Durzen and I go, Durzen, what are your thoughts? Do you wish to go check the bodies for, I don't know, something, or move forward? You look still kind of hurt. I imagine you would like to move forward, but
There's no forward. I've done this a couple times, but it's never the same. It's never the same amount of time. I don't know how long we could be here. We could be here for days, weeks, months. Who
An hour
knows?
and 20 minutes.
So anything you might find would help. Yeah, and then it ends. That's right. Right then.
so
Supplies help. Items help. It's all a wash.
all right. Well, then it sounds like I'll be going back down for a moment, eh? You stay here, rest up. And I fucking plant one of my ropes in the ground with my spike and hammer. Tink.
Sure.
And I fucking climb down to see what's down there. I say, before I do, I look at everybody. I got my hand wrapped around the rope like as I'm about to rappel. and I go,
It's not everybody. It's just him. We all left.
If
I'm,
you guys are walking down the hall, he will call to both of you. The ones who leaving.
All three
He says,
of them
whatever
said
you
they
do
were.
decide to do,
Yeah. And then I found out Durzen
you
was hurt. So
should try to stick together.
I'll catch up there. Don't worry, just don't go too far. Huh?
I float down the hole with the guy.
Whee!
It does not matter what you guys attempt to do. I'm not trying to force you in any way. You can split the party. Just know that things are going to go a little slower as we handle it that way. So what do you do?
Yeah, go down the hole. I want to see if there's anything cool down.
You go down the hole. You guys
Guess
stick
we
with what you're
gotta
doing.
come back and fucking stick with
I'm
it.
not going back. Malix is not going back.
Alex dies.
Malix is
dies,
the only
he
one that
dies.
leaves. Malix, you wander down the tunnel and you come to this fissure crack in this don't know what plastic is, but it's like this metallic, strange, I'm trying to think, chitinous, almost like a crab's hull that you kind of step out of, like a crack in, a crab's hull. As you step out in what is a fissure in this building that you thought you were in, and you realize that from the outside, it seems to be made of a very shiny metal that reflects the sun. It reflects the sun so hard that when you step out, you're immediately hit pretty hard by the heat of it, like it's just reflecting panel. And you realize that you are crashed in more jungle. There seems to be a small, like, past, what do you call it? Somebody has hacked, like, a pass through this jungle that you can see. There's just destroyed foliage leading up to this hole. You assume it's the party that came that you guys already dealt with. And you realize that you're just sort of out in the middle of a jungle area. You can hear the sounds of animals and creatures that you do not recognize. And you are also in an area where there is just enough of the trees that seem to have like not grown back because it's a little bit of like a glade and like the sun is beating down hotly upon you.
Like a clearing.
How high is the
Or a
opening?
glade.
Or meadow.
The crack in the hull?
Yeah, so like I can see out of the ship, right?
I'm basically saying you can kind of step out, and this what the first thing you see is you step out of here. But yes. The hull is big enough, like a doorway. It's like
I'm saying in the ship we're in, not the ship that crashed in the ship.
There isn't
No.
a ship that crashed in the ship. You're
you have been in the ship the whole time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That
The ship
ship I
you're
can
in
see
crashed.
out of it.
Yeah. As you come to
Okay.
the edge of it, that is everything you see as you
Okay,
step
I
out
see.
into
I
the
see
light.
what you're saying. Okay. So I am going to keep stepping out of that ship and just go.
All right. You guys, where would you like to go?
I'm gonna sit next to.
Durzen?
Thank you, Durzen. And just. I want to go home. I want
Yes.
to kill more vampires.
Vampires.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They taste great.
Strange. I didn't know you could eat the dead.
Well, you're not supposed to. But if you cook them right.
I'm gonna level with you. I don't know what's happening to us. I know it has something to do with this. He holds up his wrist and the strange thing that you have seen on what was what was your
Helios.
previous character's name? Helios. I knew it was an H. Helios's arm shows up and he's like, "This has dragged me to several worlds already. I haven't died yet, so I don't know what will happen.
You haven't died yet.
No, but periodically it just takes me somewhere else. But none of those places have been home yet. The best I can tell you is to
see if that pushes it along.
Don't you find that to be a bit of a final test?
You never know until you do it.
Well, I'll save that one for my last attempt.
Fair enough. Can't force a man. as I look at the ledge.
There's no good way to go about it, other than if they think there were important items here, they'll help you stay alive until it happens again. And then hopefully we end up home. That's what I've been doing. Help me up. Let's follow the other one. He's out of his mind, but...
All right. I help Durzen up.
Right.
All right.
Um,
Roland?
I'm following Zolong into the pit.
I'm following that guy. Did you see what he did with those spiders? It was really impressive.
I'm just kind of floating down next to him as he's crawling down the rope.
Show off.
So, you think...
I'm an ex-performer, sir. I don't crawl or shimmy down the rope. I pirate my way down it. Just sliding the whole way. I've got gloves on.
Okay. I match your speed as you descend down this rope.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Do you really think there's going to be anything still on the bodies that isn't just ash?
When you get down there, you look around, you sort of sift through the ashes, and you realize that there is very clearly the charred bodies and ruined belongings of 3 people. There were 4.
I look at Roland and I go, this is what I know. Some things are metal, and metal doesn't burn easily. And there are 3 here, and there were 4.
Do I see a
Fucking
torched
Donner.
ray gun on one of them?
No.
Well, we know the one guy, the asshole's still alive.
Well, hopefully he's not just chilling here. Chilling's not gonna work. Hopefully he's not just waiting in this now clearing. This glades that we've made. A man-made glade. Oh, you like that?
I don't think... I think wasteland is a more appropriate term for this one.
All right. As you guys now have a much clearer view of everything, provided you have some sort of light source, I assume you guys do. You guys had one before.
Yeah.
You notice that there is the exit above you that you had to climb down to. There's also an exit to the south, which heads down some stairs. There's also an exit to the east and the way you came, which is the Flame Hall. You know, the Flame Hall is still dangerous to go, but there were 2 doors leading off of that as well. Where would you like to go?
Sure, it's not 3 doors down.
It's just 1 door down.
Damn it.
Listen, I'm 6 feet from the edge.
I'm not crazy, but you can call me Superman. What do you guys want to do?
What I would like to do is go through these belongings to see if there's anything survived the fire. That's literally all I came down here for. So,
which way do you want to go? You're looking for the guy? What are you doing?
No, we're looking for the dead bodies.
The dead bodies.
Ruined shit. Like I said, you lit them on fire.
Yeah.
It is ruined.
Yeah, it's just that's my point. I want to see if there was anything survived. They
said it
probably
was
have
ruined.
shins. I don't know what shins are worth, but they probably have those. They're metal bits and bobs.
You see a little metal like pat like little pool of melted shit where their metal shins have stuck together.
As I poke around things, I go, this is a very hot fire.
Yes.
As I pick up the
It burned a rainforest-like room in the matter of an hour or 2. So yes, it was a very hot fire.
Yeah. Smells like the TT crematorium. Not a huge fan.
I throw the hunk of metal that used to be shins, and then I see the other 2 starting to make their way down, and I go, well, there's nothing useful on their bodies, and also one of them survived. Do you wish to leave now, or keep looking around, This is up to...
They came down here looking for things.
Fuck it. Leave no one alive!
Well, I believe that is quite decisive. I'm convinced. It doesn't take much to convince me, though, so...
Someone should probably get Malix. Oh, he's not going to listen.
Alex.
Yes.
Give me as you move
I know
through
there's a
the
summoning going, but
Alex, as you move through the jungle away from the seed ship, what do you do?
so when exiting the seed ship, Malik's intent is a vantage point of some sort and head to whatever he can discern as the nearest city, town, what have you. And
Plant
if he
tree.
can, yeah.
These are jungle trees. They're not much for low-hanging branches, so they're a little hard. Give me a speed check of. Need to beat a 15.
Need to beat a 15. Yeah, I'll push.
Okay. 12.
Perfect. Meets beats. Thank God.
All right. It's a rough go. It takes a little bit, but you get yourself up to the point where you can see. You see that the little trail that was carved out of the jungle does match up to something more akin to a traveled road, like a few miles away. They look like they'll be very difficult miles because of the jungle. But you see that another few miles up that road, there seems to be some sort of settlement.
Okay.
While you're up there, you also see the brush moving in several locations all around you. Some of the brush moving like something large is moving through the jungle. And directly near you, it looks like small bushes are being rustled in your immediate area. You realize that this jungle has things in it.
In a straight line, how long of a path? Like, how long of a journey?
To the settlement?
Or to the paved road?
The paved road is a mile. If you're moving through this jungle, the way things have been going for you, you suspect that mile might take you nearly
straight line,
30 minutes to an hour.
Straight line, no traversing.
I
have a bubble,
if you're assuming
that I can fly in.
At a fucking minute. How fast does the thing move?
They let you keep your flying bubble when they stole all of our shit?
They only stole your shit because you were being an idiot.
They only stole your shit, he succeeded at his things. They said, "You're great, dude. You're cool. Leave immediately, and we have no fucking problems." And you said, "No, fuck you," and they really pushed you hard.
Actually, no, fuck. I missed
Malix leaves every chance he's given, and he's still maintaining that.
It got worse because I thought it was 10 minutes that I could travel in this bubble. I could travel in this bubble for 10 hours. How close is the nearest settlement?
Yeah, you could easily get to the settlement.
That's what I do. Fuck this, I'm out.
Just explain the bubble again. Say what it does.
Travel bubble. It's one of my ciphers. Protective hovering bubble for up to 10 hours.
Just flies or hovers? That's important.
It says hover, but when I was looking at it like more specifically, it can move.
Okay.
But can it fly over trees or just hover a certain distance off the ground?
Yeah, a hovercraft is not a flying craft. That's why I ask.
What's it called? Travel bubble. And it's level 9.
Travel.
That matters.
That might matter, yeah.
Where is it? I don't know where it is. Oh, it's because it's in the other ciphers.
There's like different cipher lists, which is a little bit of a pain when you're trying to find stuff. Let me see if I can.
Either way, not even trying to be sneaky. I remember reading something about it being able to like move and fly, but it was at like a walking speed.
Sneaky.
I found it. The user and any
Okay.
additional targets that can fit into a space in immediate distance in diameter are encapsulated in a spherical force field for up to 10 hours or until the user collapses it. The sphere hovers at all times and moves the user wishes vertically or horizontally up to a short distance each round. If the sphere is destroyed or collapsed, whatever it contains falls to the ground. So you are moving slower than you would walk, but 10 hours is plenty of time to float your fucking ass over the trees and toward
Okay.
the settlement. Malix is gone. I regret to inform you that essentially means that I'm not going to play this game with you much. You've won, but I have nothing for you.
Yeah, no hard feelings, anyone. I had to be true to the character. Y'all are going on some fuck shit that Malix does not want to be a part of. He's just from the moment been like, hey, exit.
Just a reminder that that means you won't be playing Numenera as much with us today. So, you guys talk about Malix. Certainly he's dead as he floats happily towards safety, he thinks.
I have never defeated the DM or GM until now.
I just want to say, as Tony, not as Roland, but also a little bit as Roland, I just want to see, like, every once in a while when we're in the middle of our adventure, it just flash over to him dealing with townspeople.
Yeah, just we're gonna do a quick flash to him every little bit just to check in, but otherwise he's
Malix just shopping, eating.
You guys loot what you can. There are bits of metal and trash essentially. You're not sure if the shins as a little melted together clump are still worth anything. You may choose to keep them, but
no, thank you.
Yeah. Otherwise, there is no sign of the other guy because the fire has kind of ruined any chances of tracking, and their gear is fucked. So, where do you want to try to go from here?
Well, I think this is.
Well, there is a exit we haven't taken over there. It goes down some stairs. If we to move on, or we could see if he died in the fire room. Wouldn't that be hilarious? He leaves the fire to another fire.
Well, let's check fire room.
We can at least look inside.
Just gonna go back the way you came. You go to the fire room, and you see as you peer inside, you see that there is indeed a spot where blood seems to have sprayed out or misted from somebody who wasn't you guys, because you guys, I don't think I got hit there. But you also see that the two flame spewers that were on either side high up on the walls seem to have been shot.
Damn it, that had my jacket in it still.
Sorry, the jacket is ruined.
Fucker.
You see that they are leaking some sort of accelerant from both of them, and they seem to have been just blasted.
Bet you he's still alive.
It does appear to still be alive. So, do we continue to follow or go a different path? Personally, I don't like to do the same thing over again. I just wanted to see if he died here.
Fuck that room.
I think we should just go. I think we should go try and find Malix.
Yes, I'm sure Durson does not wish to go back. I look over at Durson.
No. I'm not going that way. Nope. No. Why would you choose to, I don't trust that he shot. They look broken. I don't trust it.
I nod. Fail.
Also, nothing here has been safe. So honestly, I don't know that there's a right answer to that inquiry.
This is also fail. He brings up a very valid point. So, do we try the stairs?
Answer
Well,
the fucking question.
If we go back up, there was a light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure. Do you wish to explore that then?
Yeah.
All right.
Stairs, tunnel. Stairs, tunnel.
Stairs might have more of these weird trinkets, but tunnel could lead to an outside, maybe other people, more help in
Does
some
it?
way.
That's been my
Flip a coin.
it's been my experience that we don't get to keep the shit we take with us. So
Well, I don't know what could be helpful here. That is all I am saying. Huh?
The last world I was in for days. Stuff that I found in my adventure did save my life before I made it out last time. But otherwise, you're right.
That was where I lived, huh? It's where he found me. We had many things. I wish I
Yes.
still had some of them. So
Why do the
many
Driders in your world not follow our instructions? By the way,
Oh, they are. There's been a rebellion. It was crazy. It's part of the reason I left the Mesbaron.
what's a drider?
Don't worry about it, friend. Don't.
Spider-Man.
Yes, it's part spider, part man. Usually, they don't do it to women.
Are we talking like Peter Parker or like The Rock and the Mummy?
I don't know.
What?
What?
Whatever.
He's thinking the Scorpion King.
That one.
Which is a mummy movie, so he's right.
No. I understood it, but Durzen stares at you in Drow.
No, of course. As does. Yeah. You speak nonsense, which normally I am a big fan of, but here, strange.
Like I said, there's no right answer. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there's stuff outside. Maybe we'll find help, a settlement. Malik's maybe on the right track. You just need to choose and move forward, because the longer we wait here, the more likely we're going to starve, the more likely we're going to have something find us.
Flat side or bumpy side, huh?
Bumpy side stairs.
Flat
Bumpy
side.
side is stairs, and you've chosen flat side. Bumpy side.
Speaking of bumpy side, there was only one moment in your travel, Malix, early on, where something did attempt to eat your bubble, something large and winged, but it bumped off of you, and you kind of lost sight of, like, you tumbled a bit, but then, like, it didn't like the taste of the bubble, and it fucked off.
Inside the bubble, this is all you hear.
Oh no! Oh
All right, flip that coin.
It was bumpy side. Bumpy side.
There's it is.
Bumpy side up.
Bumpy side's the stairs. Let us go.
Stairs
All
go
right.
up or down?
Down.
The stairs go down.
Down.
Along the
down,
far
down.
edge of the main room, a set of stairs leads down. Although each step is nearly 3 feet high, liquid runs down the steps. Not really so much anymore. I'm going to say that's not true, because you guys torched this room. So you realize as you get further and further down that they start to become wet and slippery. And at about 7 steps down, they disappear into a room filled with liquid. At the bottom of the stairs, you hear the sound of a woman's voice. A soft cry in an unfamiliar language. The only understandable word you hear that sort of sticks into your mind is Girn. The voice seems to come from the watery blackness in front of you and echoes around the room. A moment later, other voices join in. Some sound human and in anguish, others animalistic and in fear.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. And I start walking up the stairs.
I charge electricity in my hands and touch the liquid.
My hat goes.
And I cause electricity to shoot out through this liquid.
Do you say unlimited power when you do it?
No,
Is anyone else in this liquid?
I'm not.
Not us.
I'm going back up the stairs.
As he does this, I'm gonna. Is there a wall nearby?
Yeah, there's the walls directly next to you at the bottom of these stairs.
Wonderful.
I guess.
I stick a Vareed in one and lift my body slightly off the ground because you said the stairs started to get wet, And I don't know what he's doing, but I don't want to also be standing in the liquid.
I'm just floating a little bit above the steps.
Roll me intellect check.
Which one?
I will
Of
go
us.
ahead and what's that? What's edge do again?
That's
Edge,
just edge is what
if
you
you
take
push.
out if you
When
push.
you push. Yeah, you get to reduce the amount that you spend when you push.
You get to reduce the score by that much, whatever it is. So if
Yeah.
it's like
You spend
If it's a
2
difficulty
typically to
6.
push 1 level, and if you have edge, you can reduce that.
It's 3. If you have edge, you can reduce it to 2.
That's right. He is right.
I'll spin my edge to push it just in case. Haven't rolled yet. Don't know why I needed to. That's a net. It's a 20.
All right. What immediately happens is that you discharge your electricity into this water. What's the damage for that ability?
It was a lot.
Okay.
I gotta find it.
And just so you know, that means that if you have a 3, you need to decrease that health pool by 2. That's what that effort does.
3 points of damage.
Oh yeah. He rolled a nat 20 though, which means he doesn't actually spend anything.
He
That is the
spends
benefit of rolling a
nothing.
nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
does 3 damage base.
Okay. Plus 4 unless you want to do a major effect of another kind.
What's the major effect of another kind?
Your call. Major effect
So
examples
look under
are
your foci. Under your foci, it'll give you some examples of what you might be able to do.
common major effects are disarm, impair, knockdown, or stun.
Those are the common ones. For me, it's things like maybe get a defensive boost. Yours is rides the lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devices filled with electrical power explode. You can target and destroy an artifact that a foe is holding or wearing.
That's just a suggestion. I think
Yes.
that means you
As-
could just make it up as you go. So that
As
that's
light
cool.
hits to give you more, because you lit this thing up with electricity, the water lights up with blue light and gives you a flash of what is in the water. You see what appears to be animals, a mix of animals and people floating in the water with just their heads showing. All of them appear to be babbling or making an animal sound. Like looks like the head of like a baboon. There's a human head. There's like a jaguar looking thing. Another thing looks like a massive bug. But as the light hits them all and you get a better look, they are just severed heads mounted on slender gray tendrils that are almost translucent.
Henry, I'm gonna need a brother.
Brother,
That's
Thank you.
gross.
Yes, and it's going to take 3 to 7 damage depending on your major effect here.
nice.
It's going to take 7 damage.
Okay, going with that extra damage.
Nice.
I'm going to see this happen and be kind of suspended on the wall a little and go, that is disturbing and gross and also concerning. For anyone else, huh? Anyone else slightly disconcerted?
Pull my hands out
about
of the water, shake them off, and go, we should run. We should move away fast.
Go ahead and, as he does that, give me everybody that speed roll.
whatever it is, it's angry now, huh?
The tendril's gonna grab you and
Hey! Oh, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
I rolled a 4.
16.
Oops.
I'm gonna say, because I can ride the lightning, I'm gonna
4.
put a little extra effort in, even though I rolled
Cool.
an 18. I just want to go that much faster
18 is
because I
more
got
than enough
that
to get you ahead of
lightning in
everyone
my
else.
blood.
The only one who's not going to move faster than it
It's me.
is... Yeah, it's poor old...
I'm sorry.
crap.
I
why
haven't
can't I
tiered
remember
up enough to carry you.
Zolan.
Go long.
Zolan, thank you. Zolan. Dalen, you see the water sort of broil around these floating heads, and you realize that's rising rapidly out of this dark liquid is some sort of crab-like creature. You realize that these tendrils that are floating the heads are coming out of holes in its back, and it is rising toward you with massive claws, like a crab. What do you do?
Crab rave.
This monster's called a mezzameme. And
How to make your monster not threatening.
fun fact. No, that's fine. We're going to do a little information about these monsters.
Oh.
When you read the stat blocks for Numenera, they give you it's very little in the way of crunch for combat. It tells me like what you guys need to roll to beat it. It tells me its health. It tells me how much damage it inflicts. It tells me its armor. And then it tells me, but first, among all these things, it tells me its motive. And this thing hungers for brain stimulation.
Oh, it just got its brain stimulated.
It certainly did.
I'm so glad I got the fuck out of there.
Ugh, brother.
Brother,
Ugh. Yeah. Gross. Brain stimulation. I don't even know what that means.
Daddy, chill. As it moves towards you, the closest head sort of swings at you, looks at you, and a baboon goes.
I wish I had recording keys set up. I want that again.
Maybe he'll get it. Roll. What are you doing?
Me?
No, Dalen. He won. He won initiative. You guys can go in any order you wish. Technically, between my roll,
I'm
but
fucking leaving.
Except for me, I can't.
you're leaving. He's just running. Okay.
I
Roland.
literally turned around
He
and said,
just
we need to fucking go.
he dashes past you, Roland. Roland, what do you do?
I believe I said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I also...
Oh, you know
Try to
what?
fly up the stairs.
Actually, give me a speed roll real quick, Dalen, as I did describe these stairs to be very slippery.
I gave you...
You have to attempt a level 3 movement task to ascend or descend without slipping and falling.
I don't know what a level 3 is.
I
It's
can
a
tell
9.
you. Give me a
You
second.
have to beat a 9.
9, yeah.
You have to beat a 9.
Multiply the number by 3.
Yeah,
This is 9.
always.
Meat beats?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, it does. All right. You you nearly fucking slip off the side into this nasty water as you shoot past Roland and Zolan. Roland, what do you do?
I'm hovering like up the stairs.
He's just following him. All right. Sadly, that means that Zolan
I'm like,
is
and
left
over my
behind.
shoulder, I'm like,
What
Zolan, you better
happens-
hurry your ass up. Hustle it, motherfucker.
Jay, I can't remember your character's name. What happened with him?
Durzen needs to roll.
Yeah, Durzen.
I'm not going to let you forget
Durzen.
Durzen now. I don't want you to get in
Durzen's
trouble.
No, the good news is that Durzen's going to go around the same time as Zolan does. Zolan, I need you to roll me. I will give you the choice of might or speed as it surges out of the water and tries to get you. You hear the roar of some sort of leopard creature
I'm gonna roll speed,
coming from one of the
and
heads.
I'm gonna use my. I want to use my training in tumbling to help me here.
Okay.
Sick.
You need to beat a 12.
I also have fleet of foot, which gave me an extra speed point and allows me to do an action and move in the same go.
A move and an action?
Yep.
That'll be on your turn.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, this whole
Sure,
thing's about negotiating. Fleet of foot actually gives me +1 speed points, allows me to.
It's already factored into your speed, but
Yeah, I'm aware. I know what it is.
just the one. Gotta be a 12.
Okay. I'm just trying to stack where I can. That's the whole point, right?
No, I get you. And I'm saying no.
I have to beat a 12.
12.
I didn't beat a 12.
All right. You're going to take 5 points of damage as these claws sink into your ankle as you try to turn away from it and get away and dash up the stairs.
I have armor 1, so I just take.
4.
4. Which pool do I take that to?
Doesn't it go towards the one that you were utilizing, like speed?
Yes.
Because that means that's what was being attacked.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll shut up. I'm backseat gaming.
No, you're right. I'm gonna need you to actually roll it again because he gets to attack twice according to this.
All right. Can I use my ability to phase to give me another bonus here?
Yeah.
Cool. You know what DC I have to hit. I don't, so it doesn't really matter. This
Yeah,
time I hit the 12.
You got hit by it once, and you're not falling for it again.
12's enough. It sinks its claw into you. It brings its other around, but you phase out, and that also lets you move out of its grasp as you move away from it. It's now your and Durzin's turn. Do you want to go before Durzin or after?
I can go after Durzin. Let Durzin go.
Durzin fucking runs, my man.
Yeah.
Durzin's gonna run.
Wonderful.
Flee, Dark Elf, flee. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's worse than a hook horror.
I'm gonna flee with all my ability to flee. And just because I can move and throw a thing at it, I'm gonna throw one of my 3 spikes at it. Just
the woman's head says, "No, come back. No, come back."
Ooh, roll a will save.
It is less like a creature begging you and more like a recorded response.
Okay. This doesn't affect
Each time
me,
she
though?
says it sounds identical. No,
Okay, good.
it's creepy.
That
I mean, it should affect you,
It,
emotionally.
Sure. I'm just worried about the fact that
Roll.
I have an inability, and if you're attacking me, that could come into play.
No. Just roll your attack. It's your turn. I'm not doing shit.
All right.
He's already gone.
I've rolled a
No, he said
4.
he's attacking once on his way out.
Yeah, because I could do that because of my fleet of foot. I could do both.
Can't do it with a 4 though.
Yeah.
You fly out. You hear whatever you threw at them clang uselessly off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep hearing the voices of these animals and the woman go, "No, come back." As it just fades into the background. You are fairly certain that whatever that thing is, it is too big to climb through the doorway you came down.
Wonderful. Wait, one.
Smash cut.
It's
I'm gonna-
hours away. You're moving very slowly, but you're floating around a little closer to the tree line now to not attract more large birds of prey.
just for flavor's sake, can we say, because it's gone anyway, I can make it. It's lightning fast and I'm there.
No, we'll get there in a little bit. They've got lots to do. Don't worry. They've barely done anything so far. Where do you guys want to go from here?
As we get back to the top of the stairs, I just look at them. All right, can we just go after Malix now and get the fuck out of here?
I look at you and I
If
go,
only they knew.
I go, well,
Durzin's like,
no promises that it's any safer the way he went. He could already be dead.
That's fine, but we've dealt with fire traps, looters, and whatever the fuck that was, and spiders.
that thing did have severe aberration vibes.
This is true. Did you see me? Very much like that aberration.
Actually, this whole place reminds me of an illithid ship.
I have not
I'm
been
giving
on
you guys-
one of those. Have you been on the elected ship? This man has seen
No.
horrors.
I've read about them.
I fucking.
This is
felt
the
like-
visual.
What is
This
an
is the
illithid
visual
ship?
representation of Malix in his bubble right now.
It's not even big, even though it could be.
No, it is big, but he's just like
You're just
curled
curled
up.
up in the bottom.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sorry, I fell out of character for a second. What is an illithid ship? And do I really want to know?
No.
Likely not. They are creatures that eat your brains, eh?
If it has tentacles, you kill it.
Well,
That's all I have to say about it.
I think that thing had tentacles, doesn't. Would you like to go back and kill it? Eh?
Do you have more fire?
Hold on. And I
I
start
I
looking
start
through my
hovering. I start hovering back up the hole.
You got? Oh, you mean like to leave?
Yeah.
You guys made me climb all the way down here. Now I have to climb out again?
I had
You'll be fine. You're not that old.
No, I'm just torched a bit. All right,
Not anymore. He max healed you,
we
remember?
leave. Y'all leave.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
everybody
guess we're all
agrees,
leaving.
if everybody agrees,
Okay.
I leave. I'm eating a ration.
Try to drag them through the dungeon. They leave. He leaves. Even Durzen is like, nah, I agree with them this time, and he goes out with y'all. Doesn't take you guys long to find yourselves in the same location that I described in Malix.
As we get there, I'm chewing on whatever this world's rations are, and I go, well, does anyone have sharp enough eyes to see a man in the jungle?
Can look.
Can I look to see if I see Malix hovering above the trees?
I put on my crafter's eyes,
give
which
me-
look like glasses. They don't do anything.
Give me intellect checks for anybody trying to track down where Malix went.
Which check?
16.
All right. Well, I rolled 6, so I don't even see the tree branches. I step out.
This is gonna be bonkers when even if they see his footprints, when they see footprints lead to a tree and then nowhere else.
Yep.
Just
What did you roll again, Dalen? Sorry.
Rolled a 6. I don't even get to see
Nope.
the tree branches. I step
I was
out.
You just
16?
you just are just absorbed in this very scary looking jungle and all the sounds coming at you right now.
I need to burn it.
I put on my crafter's eyes, which do not help here, and I just like, yes, and then I take them off and I put them back in one of my little pouches, and I go, yes, nothing, huh? No luck. He's dead, I think. I would assume.
Yeah. Anybody? Malix didn't try to hide where he went. If anybody did roll higher than a 10, you guys will
I know.
find that he just
16.
you eventually follow. It's a trail. It's pretty easy. Like I said, they've hacked a trail to this location. About halfway down this trail, before you guys would have found the road, you find the tree that Malix climbed, and that is where his trail disappears. One strange thing is it appears that a large section of the foliage of that tree just sort of got like deleted, I imagine, which also is strange.
and which now means canonically I have branches in my bubble.
Yes.
You have a nest.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
have a nest.
That's fantastic.
You're not-
If you made the bubble in the tree, I can't imagine it going any other way, and that's what
I
love
made a
that.
nest. That's what I did.
Yes.
That's what I'm sleeping in.
Yep.
Let me go up a bit and see if I can spot him from the sky. And I'm gonna
Also,
float
Okay.
up above the trees.
Sure. Give me. Honestly, let's not even do an intellect roll. Off in the distance, you can fucking see a bubble. It's a big blue, translucent like bubble but he's far enough away that it's like not. The bubble's large enough to see, and it just has like a dark speck in it that you can't make out. But you're like, the fuck is that?
and I do want to say this is above board, and I'm upset that I used the bubble, but at the same time, I want to use the system. I'm upset I
Absolutely.
used the bubble because there's no way that Malix would have known that bubble would do it, but I want to use the system, and they give you
Gotta
cool
use the
ciphers.
Gotta use the bubble.
Oh look,
I
I
yell.
dehydrated a forest.
That's
That is
why
true.
it burned. Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding
Yeah.
me.
And I
Oh,
lit
you
up
didn't
with
know
a
why?
I forgot why it burned so good. I just know it had.
Yeah.
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 What'd you say, Roland? I apologize.
And then I lit it up with a cigarette. I yelled down at the group that I found him head fucking north. What direction the fucking? Where from our position would the direction he's at be?
I'm going
He headed north.
east.
Yeah.
No, I'm going
Northeast.
east because the Wicked Witch to the west, the Good Witch to the east.
I hate you.
Because he's
I was in a
Glenda.
bubble.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Celestial said Glinda is coming, so she's
I
not
didn't even
wrong.
see that in chat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You are bubbling your way across the world. You're gonna catch Dorothy. Tell her what a great job she did murdering an old lady.
Yeah. Kill my sister. Fuck that bitch.
I yell down to them in the direction he's going, and then I start flying at him.
How fast can you fly?
Whatever speed I can normally move at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're moving at the same speed he is then.
Well, you said he's going a little bit slower than normal walking speed, right?
You feel like you might be gaining. It's
Yeah, and
really
I can
slow though. It's not much.
I can also like
It's just like watching the rabbit.
I can also like
Yes.
use objects to propel myself, so I got like step on a branch and push myself further forward faster. So I'm just like Naruto running through the trees.
You watch him just disappear from the three of you down below.
You dick!
I look at the other two and I go, well,
Path.
at least there was a path, huh?
Yeah.
Durzin already just starts going forward.
Yeah, I'm
This
just gonna
jungle-
follow behind us and be
This
like,
jungle
"Fuck it."
gives me the same vibes as the Underdark. I imagine many things here want to eat us.
More lights though, for sure.
Quite.
You don't look that.
Oh, it
tasty.
doesn't hurt.
You
That's
smell a little
strange.
bad too.
Rude. He looks over at you. Did this man? You don't know this one, right?
No.
Seems like a dwarf. Iblik.
No,
He seems like us the type of...
wasn't a dwarf. It's never been one of those short-statured.
Either way,
People.
Iblik. So you guys make your way through the woods. How do you go about it? Are you trying to catch up with them? Are you trying to be careful? Durzin is going to... We should try to catch them. I didn't expect them to go so far so fast.
Smash cut to the two guys in the air.
Pretty much, I'm gonna try to pay attention to our surroundings as we follow them.
Was that's no fun. Catching up with them, chasing, if you say so. That means I will have to stop eating, eh? This path, it's so easy. Now you wish us to go off the path. Hold on.
I am going to use my GM intrusion that I'm supposed to use every session, preferably more than once, to say that the smell of your food attracts danger.
You douche!
You guys start to hear a weird
Oh no!
bird-like call. Like a sort of... Let me think. Like a... And it sounds pretty close as you see some underbrush start to shake nearby.
My hat makes the very distinct fire, or the very distinct machine gun clacking of a shoebill stork. And then I go, well, I guess we should get off the trail, huh? And
We're not going to move faster off the trail. You see Durzin. He tries to grab at you. He's like, we're not going to move faster out of the trail. What are you doing?
I pop out from the bush. I go, why not? Oh, you guys not very good at moving, huh? I'm so good at moving.
Bitch, I'm faster.
He phases through things. With that, Durzin just sort of takes off running.
I have
All right,
Go ahead
look,
and give
I'm
me
just gonna
speed
say
checks.
this: if we could have gotten to a higher tier, I could literally turn into a lightning bolt and go.
Well, it's a shame we don't level up in System Overload.
Instantaneous.
Oh, but we did just get an experience because he used an
You
intrusion.
did just get an experience points, and I used it on you, so you give your other one to whoever you want.
Oh, Ulvin, because he's here with me.
Of course.
Dang it! I
Don't give
thought
it to
I
me,
would have got it.
Right?
Ah,
The guy in the bubble a mile away, just
Give
sleeping.
me those speed checks, guys, as something starts to bolt out of the woods and Dursley takes off running down the path.
20.
Nat 20. You get a major effect. What would you like it to be? Maybe it can be a brief flash of that thing that you wanted.
Ooh. So, my tier 2
This is a moment to
ability-
just get creative with this, by the way.
Tier
When it
2
gives you the
ability
major
is called
effects.
Bolt Rider, right? You can move a long distance from one location to another instantaneously, carried by a bolt of lightning. As long as
Okay.
I can see the destination. Can we accidentally that?
He's so
A
scared that
long
he turns
distance-
into lightning.
Is up to 100 feet. So you
That's fine. 100 feet works.
dash
Just-
100 feet ahead of Durzen.
As I keep running once I land.
Durzen got a 14. What did you get, Zolan?
I got much less than that, but can I make arguments or can I make my points here?
I can tumble.
I mean, you phase through shit. I'll give you one right there.
One for phasing.
The only problem, the only reason that I'm weird about the making a thing for the initiative is there's nothing you're trying to beat, so I don't know how to do this because normally I would be decreasing the difficulty, right?
But this isn't a difficulty. This is okay. This speed roll was a.
This is who goes first. I guess technically the difficulty is you trying to beat this creature, so yeah, you can still make the case.
Yeah, I mean,
You're trying to beat a level
In a foot
4
race.
to 12. Yes.
level 4 at 12. All right, so I want to use the phase through things, and I just spent 4 of my experience points to get skill training. I'm now skilled in parkour.
You had 4 experience points already?
Sure
Holy
did.
shit. Wow, you leveled up, guys. It's the only time it'll ever happen in System
I'm using
Overload,
the system.
I have one.
Well, way to go. So you have parkour and you phase. You only need to beat a 8? No, 9. 6.
Meets and beats. I rolled a 6.
Wow. I'm so happy that you managed to pull that one out. We all go ahead of the creature. I'm going to play with this system, and instead of just getting us into another combat, which I think would be boring, I'm going to try to do a chase scene. Here's the way I'm going to do it. Out of the woods, as we all bolt, bursts this. It's kind of shaped like an ostrich or an emu, but instead of bird-like features, it's a little bit more reptilian. It has a long, snaky tongue, weird, scaled body. It looks almost like a plucked chicken, but its head and feet are like striped blue and white. And it dashes out like a raptor and starts chasing us. This animal in this game is called an Ithsin. It's loud and horrible. It appears to be the result of a genetic experiment gone awry, possessing distinct qualities of avians, reptiles, mammals, and fish. They seem difficult to categorize. In the end, however, they are unique in their own right. It chases after us. Dalen, you jumped ahead of everybody. Your speed checks will be made 2 tiers lower than they would normally be. If any one of us overtakes the other, we're going to usurp that, right? Because the point is that whoever fails their check is the one that the thing will catch up to, right? You don't have to be faster than it. You have to be faster than your friends. That's what we're doing.
Wonders.
So,
That's
yeah,
what I
we're all
said,
going to go more or less at the same time. There's not a lot of initiative here because we all have the same initiative anyway. We all beat it. What are you waiting to say?
17.
Can you
Okay.
guys hear this, by the way?
Hear what?
Hear
No.
what?
No? Okay. I'm
Zolan?
playing something.
Zolan, your checks are already made
Fucking
at
playing
1 less.
video games, this motherfucker.
No, I'm
You
not
just
playing
fucking
video
hopped
games.
on Rivals.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
If any one of us beats somebody who is ahead of us, we will catch up to that person.
Yeah.
And reach their tier.
Yeah.
Dalen has a 2-level gain. You have a 1-level gain. I am making checks flat because I am the third one in line. I am the one that this thing will most likely catch. Everybody roll that first speed check. Dalen
10.
already did. Dalen, you got a what? A 17?
17.
Okay. Even though you phase through some shit, you do get lost in the jungle for a second, and our little path kind of snakes back, and as you cut through, you see me just cut across in front of you. Like, keep it up. It's right behind me. And you turn and realize that you are now.
Damn.
Yeah. No, not you. Zolan.
Zolan.
I thought you said Dalen. My bad. I was like,
no. I am catching up to you.
Durzin.
I did roll an 18, so I rolled better than all of you, but I'm only going to catch up to Zolan on this one. But Zolan turns and immediately sees that this thing is like right on my ass, and yeah, we are neck and neck now.
Oh, this is exhilarating. Also, slightly terrifying. Isn't that what exhilarating means? I never got good at the common, huh? Other people, they are very good at it. I am just decent.
Do it again?
Are we rolling again?
Yes, we're going to keep doing it. Tell you just get this thing off of you or succeed 3 times in a row.
15.
15? I also rolled a 15. What about you,
Hey,
Zolan?
No, you fucking didn't.
Did you roll 15 too?
All right, we only need to beat a 12 to outpace it. We all maintain our exact amounts.
One more?
Technically, Zolan is well ahead of us because, like I said, he technically has a lower difficulty to beat because he's already ahead. But
Dalen.
we do it again.
Dalen, not
if we
Zolan.
do it, Dalen, sorry. Third time. This is not great for Durzin.
I rolled good. I got an 18.
Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Did you get an 18 too?
Yeah.
All right. You
Oh,
outpace
no,
me
Durzin's
again.
dead.
You phase through some shit, but you just as we clear to the main road, it's going to leap forward and strike at Durzin. Durzin is going to take 4 damage to his speed.
Now, can you guys hear it though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it too loud or is it good?
A little loud. Your voice is pretty loud.
I didn't change anything for that.
Yeah, it's strange. Your voice is pretty loud.
It is
though.
weird. It did get louder. So Durzin's going to take some damage. He doesn't look... Oh, no. You fully healed him, so that should be a new 4 damage.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys break free of the trees a bit and end up on what amounts to like a dirt road. Like it looks like an actual traveled road as you break out of the jungle a little bit.
I look over. I guess at this point, I'm starting to catch up, and I go, "Oh no, no more trees! I was better at traveling through there than I am on flat ground." And I look back at Durzin and I go, "Durzin, do you need me to help? I don't know."
Durzin bursts out of the tree line, and it like comes right next to him and kicks him in the back, knocking him like kind of sprawled in front of you. Just help me up and go!
Yeah, I reach my hand out and I pull him up with all my might and just get straight to running.
I'm just gonna keep running. I don't know what else
Do
to
we roll again, or what's the?
Let's do it again. If we're just running, I like this mechanic. I feel like it works.
Oh no!
Can I see or hear this commotion going on below me?
Roll me an intellect check.
Hey, you said
gotta
you
think.
gotta meet her.
You gotta
first,
think.
right?
You're also smacking trees as you pass them to grab them and
need to-
push them through the wind.
You need a meter beater 9 because you're ahead of us.
Oh, okay, because I rolled an 11.
You're fine.
I didn't meet or beat a 12.
No. You pick me up. I got a... Well, you only have to beat a 12, my man. Me and you both got 12s, which is wild that we all keep rolling like identical numbers.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't get a 12.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
meet
you didn't
or
get a
beat.
12?
It's a,
That's a shame.
no.
Oh, no. All right. You helped Durzen up, which is your folly, apparently. It's going to go ahead and attempt to bite at you. Give me a might check. As me and you basically are not quite getting our feet underneath us before it is on us both.
Okay. I'm not going to count that as in the box. I wouldn't have. Well, that didn't get me better. Nat 1.
Oh.
Oh no!
Nat 1.
Okay.
Oh. Boo,
That
boo.
means that I get to do a GM effect.
Does that give me another XP? Huh? Does this count as an intrusion?
Let me see. No, this is a me intrusion.
It's a free intrusion.
So it bites at you, and as it bites at you, a dark greenish gas comes out of its body. You're going to take 4 damage.
2 might.
And you... Yes, 2 might.
Okay.
Creatures within the immediate range must make a might defense roll again, and those that fail are addled for 1 round. Releasing the gas is not an action on the part, just an immediate reaction to being, or to what it's doing. And because you rolled a 1, the GM intrusion is that this effect, if you fail, will last a d6 plus 1 rounds rather than just 1 round.
So I have to roll another might check so that I don't take more
Yes.
damage?
Yes. I do as well, actually.
Jesus Christ, bud. A lot of stuff happening in your background there. Yeah, I'm just going to mute you for a little bit. I got you on mute there, bud.
There you go. Or did he?
All right, still come through.
You are not muted.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
All right. What'd you get, bud?
Oh, I have to roll another one. Yes. Ha! Ha ha! 18!
18.
Huzzah!
Good for you. Durzen gets gassed, and he's going to be addled for a round. Excuse me while I find out what addled means.
Were you guys still able to hear the music after I muted?
Yes.
Or was the music what you guys were trying to get rid of?
No, it was all
No, it was the sound of
crinkling
somebody
and crankling.
crunching
Okay,
a bottle.
Yeah, music still plays. Yeah. What is she eating? Screws?
Might as well be.
No, didn't work. All right. So I'm addled for a round. I guess I'll just make that up. And technically, it's our turns. Are we still running, or do you want to fight it?
I can do both. I'm going to attack it with my Vareed and run.
Okay.
Nat 1 on my attack.
Fuck.
16 to keep running.
It's you got to make that might check again as you try to hit it, and more gas pours out of its body.
11 on my might check.
That's not going to do it. Nat 1.
What if I use my incredible tumbling?
I was going to say, I can tumble.
No, I don't think
my
so.
parkour. Or
No,
my
I don't think
investigating
so.
skills.
Also, you got to say that before you roll. With the nat 1, you get hit with the gas this time, and this time you breathe it in deep, and you immediately things get a little bit. Woo. You try to turn to run, and you're not certain which way you're running.
Wait, I actually have something. Okay, changing tacks sometimes achieves your objective. When you fail a task, you can change the way you go to achieve it. Roll twice, and the second attempt and take the higher roll. So I'm going to use that ability. Doesn't say when. I could just use my changeable ability. I don't want to get hit here. So instead of trying to outmight this, I'm gonna just try to outspeed it. I'm gonna literally try to like jump out of it, right? Instead of just being like, I'm tough.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm gonna try to like just move out of its range. 12 and a fucking flipped it by accident. 12 is the highest. Is 12 high enough?
Yes.
Sick. So I avoid the consequences of my action thanks to being changeable. I tried something different.
You think about hitting it, realize it's stupid, and then just run.
Yeah.
All right. I am still addled from the previous thing that happened, but that's going to make it my turn. I am going to attempt to run. I don't really know what addle does because it doesn't describe that. I'm going to roll a dice.
Roll that dice.
I run to the west. You guys were like heading north, and I try to take off, but I just head like right into the jungle on the other side of the road now.
Wonderful.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, this is wild. All right, do we just
Dalen,
run again?
you feel like you are gone. You feel like you've made it out should you choose. You can just keep running and figure it out. Roland, you tried to hear the kerfuffle. Did you tell me what you rolled? You're muted.
14.
14. Yeah, you hear it. You see a kerfuffle going on down kind of back the other direction. You see the underbrush like moving, and you hear the sounds of us like, oh shit! And then we break out onto the road because you have a nice bird's eye, and you see us fighting this bird thing.
I look over at the distance at Malik's, and I look down at my friends fighting, and I look over at Malik's. Actually, my friends, these two strangers fighting this bird thing.
Damn it!
And I'm
And
like,
then you see Dalen just gone.
and I see Dalen
Yeah.
just gone, and I see Malik still just floating above in his bubble, and I'm like, those idiots are gonna die, and one of them has a stone. Fuck. And I dive down to go help them out.
All right. You are several rounds away. It'll be a bit before you get there, but Dalen, what do you do?
Dalen does what Dalen does best. Doesn't pay attention and keeps running.
Bolts. Zolan, what do you do?
Is Durzen able to keep up?
He stays muted.
Yep. Talk to no one about
Is
nothing.
Durzen able to keep up?
Durzen went the wrong direction because he's addled by the gas.
Is it chasing Durzen?
It hasn't gone yet. You don't know. You kind of there was a little scrap that you guys had in the middle of the dirt here, and it hasn't
Can I try
figured
to?
it out.
Can I try to take its attention away from Durzen and have it
Yeah.
chase me? That's what I'd like to do. What do you want me to roll?
Roll an intellect.
Sorry, I have a thing here. I'm not even looking. Not looking. Does deception help here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my deception. And
It's also has special modifications that says perception and mental attacks are at level 3, which is weaker than it is. So you only have to beat a 9. So 6.
I rolled a 12.
Done. It looks you make some noise and like whatever, and it just snaps its head at you and starts chasing you. Yes.
My
The
hat
universal
makes
call for
its
cats.
noise, actually. My hat makes the noise
There you
that it
go.
makes because it's a bird noise.
Cuckoo.
And I go, was that lucky? And then I run the fuck away.
All right. Dalen, you are gone. Roll me a speed check. Zoland and Roland.
And then I'm gonna say I'm not flying like at an angle down towards them. I'm still flying at the level I'm at above the tree line
Okay. Okay.
until I'm over top of this creature.
Okay.
I'm at 12.
You're on an intercept course at this point because
Yeah.
you were ahead of them.
Yeah,
They had to
I'm at
cut through the woods.
That's a 15.
19.
A 15, 19. You watch him just outpacing this creature, trying to catch up with Dalen. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit based on those rolls to where you catch up with Zoland and Dalen. You realize that this creature will pass underneath you shortly.
Okay. As soon as I look like I would be able to fall on top of it, I pull out my sword again, and I just do the same thing I do with the spider, but from a much higher distance.
Yeah, I saw that coming. A higher distance, I'm going to raise the difficulty of this creature. Normally, you'd only need to be to 12, but it's going to be a 15 because you're being very flashy about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a case for reducing that in any way, shape, or form?
I'm not going to make a case to reduce the roll. I might use some might for that, though. But I would like to make a case to increase the damage because I'm falling from a much higher distance. So it's going to have a lot more force in that impact.
Let's see what your roll says, but I can agree to that.
I'm also going to try and do a cleaving motion over the of this thing's head, try and literally lop its head off.
So let's
Can't you additionally use your effort to give more damage?
I don't believe so.
I remember something about you using your effort for more damage.
You use an effort to ease a task. That's all that effort does. Damage is typically only affected by rolling well, as far as I can tell. But this is also a game about narrative and making a deal. Roll me your check, and I get what you're saying. Roll me your roll
real quick.
If you're not going to change the difficulty of it,
because I haven't done this yet, I'm going to use my pool or my might pool. I'm assuming right for this.
Yes.
If I want to lower the difficulty, is it three might per level or something like
that? At level 1, you are only ever allowed to do 1 level of effort.
Yeah, so if I got rid of it, would it cost me 3 of my pool to do that? And then if I have an edge, it's just 2, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Right. So I'm going to do that. So that'll drop the difficulty down 1.
Yes.
Correct.
Now it's back to a normal 12.
Right. Come on, baby.
Isn't your
That's
sword
a 19.
Heavy? Oh, well, you don't.
It has the density nodule on it, so it does an additional damage on top of that too. So.
What was that?
I rolled a 19.
Very cool. That's a minor effect, as stated before. You may choose to distract, knock back, move past, strike a specific body part.
I am cleaving
or just do extra damage.
I am aiming for the neck to try and chop this thing's head clean off. And then I'm banking on my speed and velocity to do the...
At the very least, he's aiming for its spinal cord.
Yeah.
It's spinal.
It says that to strike a specific body part, the kind of advice it says is that would just, at best, you would ignore armor. I'm just going to tell you this thing already has only 1 armor. I would just go for the extra damage of 3.
Okay, then I'll do the damage. But for flavor, I'm shooting for its neck.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. You come down on it on the back of its skull for the so you're doing how much damage to start?
It would normally be 6. I don't know if we decided that it was going to get more for the speed and velocity.
You're going to do 6 plus 3 additional for rolling a 19, so it's already at 9. I would give you 2. I was going to say for your velocity.
Okay.
So 11.
Mm-hmm.
You come down hard, and you don't quite hit it in the neck. But you do come down right at the back of its skull plate, immediately smashing its whole fucking head to the ground. You feel like you can feel it resisting, and you can tell by the amount of blood that you're not seeing squirting out of it that you didn't quite finish it off. Well, you're pretty sure that there's not much left in it. Because as it whips around, it takes like 1 fleeting shot at you. Also, I need you to make a might check because when you hit it, the gas comes out again.
I'm also going to use my Know What to Do ability, which allows me to act immediately and ignore the turn order. And I am going to put my arm blade at this thing's eye and push the blade into its skull.
Roll my check.
How often can you do that?
That's
Yeah,
just that's the know what to do for the immediate action is like once per like thing, but the knife blade is just literally it's a retractable
No,
blade.
I was talking about the know what to do. I'm like, that's overpowered. If there's no limit to that,
Yeah,
like,
I think
you go indefinitely.
but it does hinder my abilities the next go around. That is a 19 might on that one too.
Well, I do need to have you make a might check for the gas that immediately hits you, as you are just covered in this thing's defense mechanism. But the defense mechanism does not save it from death.
17 for that one.
Yeah, you get covered in gas. This gas kind of reminds you of parties you had in your youth, Roland, but it doesn't take effect on you. As you finish this thing off, Roland the fucking monster slayer, twice now, out of the woods, Durzen kind of stumbles out, like his eyes are unfocused. Do we get it?
Yeah, we got it.
Dalen is just gone.
Anyone seen the vampire dude?
Durzen points the wrong direction.
You don't look so good, bud.
This has not been a good adventuring day.
No.
We should move up the road. And he starts to wander in the wrong direction again.
It's this way, bud.
He turns around and kind of sort of heads your direction a little bit. It's a little off course, but at least it's better.
Well, I guess I'm not leading this thing away anymore, so I just go, hey, this way, boys, come on.
All right. You guys start to head up the road. Malix. No. No, you land just outside of this settlement after a couple hours of floating through the air. At one point, you thought you saw Roland flying behind you, but that would have been crazy. There's no way that happened.
Yeah. It was me waking up from my nap.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't think that really happened. You hope he's okay, but you know.
You flew coach, so you know it's
eventually your little travel bubble lands just in the outskirts of this small jungle settlement. It seems to be cobbled together from all manner of materials. It's like log cabins made from the local trees, but also it looks like there's like random walls that looks like they're made from detritus of like these ships that you like as you floated. Occasionally you would see like other ships that had crashed, just like furrows in the jungle, right? That have been grown over, but you could tell that something had crashed and blown up a big chunk of jungle that had like taken it back at some point. And it looks like the people here have sort of salvaged these things and turned them into whatever.
Homes, shops.
Yeah, shacks,
cool.
Pieces of, yeah.
Very Star Wars 1 pod racer guy vibe.
Yeah, that kind of vibe is a good way to describe it, yeah, as you kind of get to town.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, the blue guy.
Not Sebulba.
Watto.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Watto. No, Sebulba was the other one. That was the other guy that you challenged in the match.
Oh, yeah.
The drug dealer was
Watto. Yeah, Watto.
But yeah, like his.
I am Space Jew. Yes, we are. Yeah, that's what he was.
Yeah.
I am a really bad thing. Somebody should have said not to make this character.
Can I go into this town and find this world's equivalent of Jar Jar Binks?
Why don't you tell me what Malix is really looking for, bud?
You want to find an idiot? I'm sure that won't be hard.
No, I really just wanted
Jar Jar's
Jay
a Sith
to
Lord.
do,
If you think he's an idiot, you weren't paying attention.
Correct. I just want to say that I wanted Jay to voice a character as Jar Jar Binks. That is what I want.
Misa don't understand why you wants me to do this, sir.
Not a space Nazi, Jar Jar Binks.
Welcome to the spaceship, y'all.
What's the difference?
Is that how that came out? My bad. Misa Jar Jar. I don't know why my Jar Jar Binks is Swedish. So,
Apparently Jar Jar wants to see your papers.
yeah, so the first person you come across when you come to this town, fun fact, you're back on adventure, bitch.
Hey, I love that. If I would be
That's
completely
the best
honest, both Malix and Henry wanted this. Henry wanted this because Henry knows Jay, and Jay likes adding flavor like this world, and we haven't seen this world yet. So
Yeah,
Henry wanted to
I
get
would
to this
happily do
world.
more. Yeah, I did a dungeon crawl for the ease of my life, but that was also because of some stuff that Jeff wanted me to try to do for the system overload. Originally, I was going to have you guys start in a settlement, but then I realized that this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The first person that you come across is a man who as you show up, you realize that there are other people moving through like this town square, this like entryway to the town, people who are coming in and out, and everybody who is armed, this man is stopping as they are leaving town, or he's like trying to get their attention, like literally begging these people, please, I'll pay you. You're help me find my wife. She's disappeared. And as you show up as a swarthy adventurer with gear, he turns to you. Did you come from the jungle? Hi, my name is Gieran. Did you see a woman out there?
Kieran, out where?
She likes to salvage near the wreckages. She was a few miles, and he basically describes where you came from.
Okay.
I didn't see the ground level. But I will say the only people that we saw are not around. They're not the liveliest bunch.
Were any
So-
of them women?
Henry doesn't remember. Henry, I don't think they were.
They were all male.
Okay. Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
You didn't see a woman out there?
No, I only saw 4 men who were scoundrels.
You see, he just sort of deflates a little bit, kind of sinks. Like he literally just falls knees to the ground. I told her not to go out there.
What? What's such a big deal?
So then
What's
why
your
did
major
she?
malfunction? Huh? What's your major malfunction?
Salvage is worth money. Food is hard to find, or supplies are hard to find. Food's plentiful here, but it's a hard life here in the jungle.
Okay, here you go, bud.
Supplies for what?
Storm's coming.
What?
A storm is coming?
Yeah. Where?
What are you doing,
What? Are you not from here?
weirdo?
No. How do you know when a storm will be here?
Well, he points up at like this spindle that's on like a slightly taller building than the rest. It's actually above the tree line, and it looks like what Malix would recognize as like a weather vane, but it is spinning like a top, and it's like speed.
Speed.
Yeah, techno storm's on its way.
A techno storm?
Baby.
On the wind. On the wind, far away, you hear.
Preferably the
I
recorded
hate it
version.
here. I hate it here.
So
you
yeah,
love
so
it here, don't
he points at it and he's like, if we don't have enough shelter, we can't batten up our homes, find somewhere to be. Money can buy us shelter, or we could try to build something to weather this out. But anyone caught outside, they go mad. And
It's a storm that can make you go crazy.
there's, I feel like there's a lot to explain, and I
accidentally
couldn't
shut
even
yourself
begin
in there?
to because I'm not I'm not one of the priests.
Very well. Where will everyone be sheltering from this storm?
Push the door.
Well, there's the temple, but that'll only hold so many, and they charge. There's I don't know, any most buildings will do, but they're going to quickly fill up. And our hope was actually to sort of fortify our small hovel. Our house was only big enough for me and her, but without any supplies and her gone, you could help me try. Do you have anything that could defend us from?
If I am to...
He realizes
be
that, like,
allowed
you've asked
to
so many
take
questions,
shelter.
he doesn't know how to explain it to you.
If you have a way to aid me with shelter, I will aid you with your shelter.
You come with me. And he just sort of leads you further into this town. You go by and you see that, like, even as he's leading you through, you see people are suddenly scrambling, and you start to hear this roaring wind coming from far away.
Okay.
And you see, like, all these, like, weird, like, shops that people had. You just see people, like, breaking them down, like, oh shit. You guys in the jungle, the trees start to move and sway as winds pick up along this dirt road that you guys are now walking.
Okay.
Winds out.
Did anyone tell Dalen he can stop running yet, or is he still
No.
gone?
You were gone by the time I got there, bud.
You were
Come!
far away.
Dalen, roll me a speed roll.
You know what?
That's
I'm
a
gonna try,
20.
though. I'm gonna try though. I'm
All
gonna
right.
try. You were super
Now
far
roll me
away,
a might roll.
A might roll?
Yes, I'm going to see if you
away.
ever get winded.
but I'm gonna give it a shot.
17.
Dalen. Dalen.
So what did my 17 get me?
Bro, you are neither winded and you are fast as fuck. You're gone. You're pretty
Then I
sure you
don't-
turned into lightning again.
Didn't
I,
I don't do shit?
I whisper under my breath. There must be vampires around.
Say what?
They finally gone.
Lightning hits you. Hide vampires.
Dracula, you dumb bitch. Where's my money?
So Malix,
You fucking
in the last
nerd.
hour, you've been led to this dude's house. Do you have anything in which you might be able to shore up a building? He also acts like he's not certain that, like, purely physical thing, like boarding up the windows might not. It'll help, he thinks, but it's also one of those things where he's like, there's no guarantee that will
Does he
save
explain to me
us.
the goal?
Yes, the goal is to survive what he basically says. There is both a physical, like, danger of this storm because the winds are very deadly,
Mhm.
but they're also, he describes it as a cursed air that will go with the wind. And when they hit certain things, like physical objects, and he also talks about stuff that you kind of take as to be like electronic. Those things will be dismantled by this cursed wind.
Okay.
He's
So
also described it
ciphers will
as
break.
yeah, and people who get hit with it tend to act very strange, sometimes violent. Usually they end up having to be put down by the other people around them, or they run off mad into the jungle.
Okay. What I have, or what Malix has, is an explorer's pack. An extra unit of responsive synth.
Oh, that is plastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
actually
don't know how much.
I don't know
extra
either.
Unit.
I don't know what that means either. We can say that certainly helps, though.
That's enough.
That is an asset for the role that I would give you. Yeah. So, over this last hour, you and Girth have been trying to shore up his little hovel, and his hovel is just some like fucking metal panels put against a large tree. You know, like it's not anything. It's a little triangle that two people could huddle in.
And I also would like to, if while we were walking, because I would have been doing this while we were walking to his house, because we had already agreed to build it up, I was looking for stuff that I could grab and take.
Give me an intellect
I didn't
check.
mention that, but that you say a luck check?
Intellect. No,
Oh, intellect. So you say luck check? Wrong game, baby. Don't betray me. Okay, a 16 isn't bad.
You see one dude who has a shop of. He seems to be some sort of general store. He's got like rope, twine, other of this synth shit that you've got. And he is rapidly trying to put his shit together in a way that makes him not fully, like he's not paying attention.
Mhm.
Are you going to try to steal it from him, or do you want to ask him?
I'll talk to him. I'll flat out ask him, because I have positive or pleasant social interactions. I'm clever. And peaceful opening communications with strangers.
Okay. Roll me another intellect check. DC fucking 6. You got to beat a 6 to open up this conversation with him.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah, the roar of the wind starts up, and you like start talking to him. He's like, "What?
Excuse me, sir. I was just
What? What do you want?"
I was just wondering if I might be able to take some of these additional supplies to keep some people around here safe.
No, I'm running a business, and we gotta get to the temple.
Very well, sir.
Does he turn around?
Yeah. If you wait
Because
for
I
him, he
imagine
gets back
from
to
this,
packing.
yeah, then he's just gonna take whatever he can grab like immediately in front of him and leave.
Roll me a speed check,
He tried to be nice with this guy.
and then Dalen, come
This
back here
guy's-
because we're gonna introduce you.
This
to the
guy's
scene as well.
clearly busy. And a 17, I don't think I have anything for. Oh, I could slip into the shadow after.
Yeah. What? Sure, I'll give you an asset for that.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
A 17.
Okay. Yeah, you just make off with a couple of things from his fucking stack. Like a
Okay.
little bit later, over the roar of the winds, you hear him cursing, like, because he knows something's fucking missing, and he's pretty sure you took it because you're the only one who fucking talked to him. But
That's
fuck that,
fine.
you're gone. Dalen, are you around?
He is not. He didn't. So he didn't
All right.
leave a message though.
You guys.
I had
Dalen's
to
here.
pee. I had to pee
Okay.
really bad.
Gotcha. Dalen, as he is doing that, all of a sudden, a blast of lightning, sort of the smell of ozone, and Malix, you realize that coming out of a dead sprint, seemingly out of, just blank space, appears Dalen. Dalen, you
Safe.
suddenly realize that you kind of like zoned out for a second in a runner's high, and you materialize basically in a flash of light in the middle of this town.
I end the storm. I take a quick look around. What I see? What's going on? Where's the party?
A guy clearing up the last of his shop looks at you, is like, "If you're part of the storm, make it stop." And he finishes packing up, and he goes away.
Oh, actually, no. Hold on. You said he thinks I stole the stuff?
You're right.
Gold guy's pretty sure I stole the stuff?
Hey, did you take my stuff?
What stuff?
Malix is blameless. And Dalen takes his consequences.
Oh, boy.
I'm missing 2 pieces of rope and some synth.
Completely stabbing people. You're
I'm missing
what?
2 pieces of rope and some synth. Did you take it?
Bitch, I just got into town.
That's all the more reason to steal some shit, because you're gonna die.
I will
gonna die.
fucking kill you.
Oh, roll me
Combat.
in it.
Combat.
Are you trying to intimidate him to make him back down? Roll me an intellect. Actually, you could make this a might check if it's a physical thing.
No, I'll use intellect.
Okay.
How's a 17? No. Yes, 17.
Your point is well made, sir. I'll just be on my way.
You're okay.
You have a great day.
You're okay.
You're still muted,
You're
Jeff, if you're
okay.
talking.
You're okay. You're fine, dude.
Off just a little bit of
Chill out.
ways, you see Malix,
Chill out.
and he is with a stranger,
He's
and they seem to be
alive.
trying to put together a building, well, you could call it a building, I suppose. They're trying to
A
fix it up.
shelter.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk up.
As you
Take a
watch,
look
like
at
the
it.
shelter is rattling from these gale force winds that are building up around you guys.
I'm just gonna say, I've seen
Hey.
shit shacks built better.
At this point, Malix will turn.
Dalen. Welcome. You might want to start getting a shelter for the storm that they're talking about.
Gareth looks at both of you. I only have room for one.
Apparently, there's a storm coming, and it will kill. Oh, sorry, not kill. It will drive everyone mad.
You'll be good as dead.
What if you're already mad?
Death?
It might be a way out.
Very well.
Where am I
And
supposed
goes
to go?
back to building.
I keep losing people that I'm about to engage with. There he is.
Wait.
Roland Zoland.
Back right in time.
As you guys realize that things are getting worse along the path, I imagine you've picked up your pace. Durzen and you guys are running, and you see the settlement ahead of you. But the force of these winds are starting to try to carry you off of the road. The lightest of you, I imagine, was Zoland. It nearly picked him up off the ground for a second.
You're okay.
And as you guys are getting close to the settlement,
Keep your
make
face
me
out of
might
that
rolls.
We don't run into this lady on the road, do we?
No, you wouldn't know to look for her. But the name that the creature spoke from the woman's head was Girth.
That is a 13.
What's the roll?
Might.
That's evil, Jay.
I failed that might roll, but what was it? It was to avoid being picked up by the
winds.
winds. I'd like to change tactics, and instead of avoid being picked up by the winds, I'd like to try to ride them. Can I roll twice and take the higher?
I suppose so.
18.
All right. You try to fight the wind, realize there's no fucking way, and then you just sort of kite yourself down the path a little bit. Durzin is running next to Roland, and you guys see that the settlement is coming up quickly. Eventually, you guys make it to the edge after fighting the wind. It's becoming harder and harder to move around because every time you run a little bit, like literally the wind's changed this direction and will be pushing against you. Then they'll be throwing you forward. Then they'll be throwing you side to side.
Nope.
It's like being
No.
in like a tornado or a
No.
tornado, really.
Something tells me we should find some shelter. Or tie ourselves off to a tree.
Agreed. Let's keep going. I wonder where Dalen went.
I'm sure he's doing Dalen.
Puppy life.
I look for any suitable buildings that might be shelter worthy or our friends.
Sure.
I also look for. I put those. I got like tinkering gloves. Hey. I got like the tinkering goggles.
What do they do?
They give me bonuses for crafting.
Okay.
And specifically, the bonuses for crafting, it says informative images form the inner lenses, allowing user to automatically succeed on any one crafting subtask whose level is equal to or lesser than the cipher's level. It's a level 5, the crafter size. Before, I've just been putting them on as a gag, but I've put them on so many times. I've noticed it's like trying to help me do something. So in this situation, I want to try to make a shelter, or make a thing to help us here. So this is an instance where I can actually use them.
Okay.
So we've if we're close enough to society, then
Sure.
maybe it can help.
All right. Yeah, definitely allow the roll. It still be a difficult roll because you got to rip supplies off of shit nearby, and everybody's fighting over the. You see other people doing similar shit, mostly other poor souls like Girth, who he met earlier, trying to make their own kind of situations better.
I also
So you
have,
see
like,
people
tools
fighting
with
over
me.
pieces of like sheet metal and shit.
Yeah, I also have a bag of light tools and an explorer's pack. So anything there in which I could use that might help along the way. And I'm trained in investigating.
Okay.
If either of those
All
things
right.
will lower my difficulty a little, or both.
All right. Here's the deal. We're at our 10:30 hard cutoff, so it's going to end here. So I'm going to quickly do a couple of rolls that are very, very important. Jeff has informed me that something very key may take place here and be a large problem for a couple of you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Dalen and Malix roll me luck rolls. It is a D20 roll. I need you guys to both beat a 10.
14.
11.
All right. You guys are putting together his hut. And what happens is Durzin's main ability is that he's a talker. He's supposed to be a leadership character that I made, but it didn't come up much, and I didn't want to manipulate PCs like you guys. But he immediately starts talking to all these poor people and kind of makes them realize that they're all scrambling to make individual things when they could make something bigger and get everybody. And while he is trying to grab everybody he can to all pool their resources, he grabs you and Girth and Dalen. And he's like, oh shit, we found you.
Bless you.
I need now, Jeff. The DC for this was going to be 21. The gloves do what?
I don't have gloves. The goggles.
The glasses.
Goggles.
Automatically succeed.
At
on
crafting something?
yes, at crafting anything
Okay.
that's informative images, blah blah blah. Automatically succeeds on any crafting subtask whose level is equal to or lesser than the cipher's level. And I have also skill in investigating and tools.
Okay. I'm still gonna make it a
Hey,
roll, but it's now
that's
it
enough.
goes for 18 for the goggles, 15 for the thing, and because he's pooled the resources of all these people, so I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna give you 2 additional assets, so you only have to beat a 12.
13.
You guys are putting the finishing touches on the most raggedy hut yurt thing you have ever had the misfortune of laying eyes on.
Hey.
As you are pulling
Hey.
these makeshift doors that
You're fine. Hurt.
Zolan has kind of cobbled together in the last few minutes.
You're
The
fine.
winds are trying to rip the frames right off as
fine.
everybody's like trying to huddle in, packed in like an overstuffed elevator.
You're fine.
The winds are howling so loud that no one can hear what anyone is saying.
You're fine.
And in the hubbub, you notice that while Durzen is trying to offer words of calm to the people around, trying to get everybody not to freak out, trying to get everybody to fit in, you notice that his wrist is starting to light up. Jeff, will you do me the honor of describing how this event always goes? Nope. Never mind. I'm going to wing it.
No, he said 1 second. He said 1 second. He's going to kick the dog
know.
out.
Okay.
This has been a fun campaign.
Yeah. Glad.
Yes, I will.
Good time.
Yes, I will. All right.
Thank
So
you.
it begins to warble and glitch. Gosh darn it. Warble and glitch.
There's a dog in here. Somebody had a pet. He wouldn't give him up.
and warp, and this sort of effect starts taking place. It's like multiplying, and it is this sort of pixelated movement on his wrist and arm. His forearm begins to glow, and his form begins to change. It is at this moment he is elegantly aware that him and whoever is close enough with him is about to change world.
Guys, it was lovely meeting you. Hope to meet you in the next world. Well, maybe not. You guys were quite chaotic.
Aw, I'm gonna miss you too, buddy.
Right as we're getting ready to bleep out of existence, since I've gone through this a few times, I say, "Hey, does anyone know a Girth or Gareth?"
Yes,
And then,
I'm Girth.
Wild.
Everything changes again.
I hope everybody moved farther. I hope he moved far enough away from those civilians. This is a key part of my little lure. He's got to move.
He said that everybody. He said that everybody was packed in there like a crowded elevator. That's everybody
You're
in
welcome.
that room, dog.
You're welcome. I've given you a traveling town.
You sure did.
Whoever rolls, whoever DM's next.
Fuck.
Neat.
No, what I've given you. We'll peek behind the curtain. Jeff told me that if
Companions.
Malix is not within a certain number of feet, he has to make a new character for the next one. Not that that changes much, but you couldn't be Malix because Malix would have been left behind in Numenera.
Fuck.
Dalen
Malix
almost joined
dead.
your ass for being so far ahead.
I almost did too.
Yes.
I was gonna let everybody know in the group chat, but instead I was like, no. I think this is one of those things that they need to find out by accident the first time.
Yeah.
Unless you really wanted to, and that's when you would talk to me off screen.
Along those
and then I'd be
lines,
like,
if we have a lot of character deaths, now you have just a huge pool of Numenarian characters that you can pull from. Bunch of
Before
poor
the light,
saps to.
before the light goes off, Malik says, "Oh wait, I dropped my keys," and runs out.
if he really wants to. Yeah, if he wants to make it.
If that's really what you want to do, my
Alex
man.
is
If you
basically probably going to kill himself getting out there, it sounds like. So
if Malix kicks open the door and ill wind blows into the room and starts immediately causing people to go mad and start fighting among themselves before the few people who are saved by Durzen's overload machine, whatever we call
Malix's
Hey,
final
everybody.
serial killer act.
it. So God, I
opens the door to fuck.
Yeah.
You know what?
well, I
Canon.
am gonna need to know if you do that because this is the end of Numenera and my GMing. We will have our
Canon.
Malix kicks the door open, causing as much death and mayhem as he can, before also going insane and dying in a bloody scrum of the poor folk of this unnamed jungle village.
And half of the people that are mad are teleporting with you guys.
Yeah, we'll let the GM of the next game decide if they get out in time or not.
We'll let the grand GM.
That's
figure
fodder
out
for
what
them.
I do
That's
with that.
fodder for the next
Yeah.
GM. Yep.
I'll just.
You may choose to say they got out in time or not. In the meantime, this was Numenera. My name was Jameson Oxford. I was your game master. I like Numenera because it's simple, narrative based, and the world is goofy, doofy, sci-fi, fantasy future shit that I like. Weird creatures, fucked up, psychological thriller, alien versus predator shit in every monster stat block that you find. And but also Conan the Barbarian vibes when you talk about like the structures and cityscapes and stuff. So check out Numenera. I'm a big fan so far. We'll talk more about that next time, but in the meantime,
I've been Jeff. As per usual, I am your GM above all, one above all GM, and I'll let you know that what happens next is gonna be interesting for sure. And what I do with what Jay has left here and what I put in my little secret notes, we will see in time. I have been Zoland, and maybe in the future I will be Zoland again. Thank you for joining us. Joining me.
Oh, I thought that was going to be you, Ulvin. You literally dropped that like you were going to say something.
No, that was just like me responding to what he was saying, not me going in order. I never go first.
That would be second.
well, you didn't
It
go
should
first.
be the GM.
You're third. I already
Never
went.
go third.
Anyway.
I go last.
Screw it. I don't fucking care.
You
I'm
people
Henry.
are
I was
monstrous.
Malix. I did not participate tonight.
I'm Tony, the lovable
They said
giant.
we're going to do
Roland.
this. I said no.
No.
I'm Tony, the lovable giant, and I play Roland, and it was very fun to hang out with you guys tonight.
And last,
Last but always not least, I am Ulvin, aka Dalen. I have enjoyed my run through Numenera. I am glad I got to set the rainforest on fire. And I can't wait to see where we go next. Push come to shove, if we can't get things aligned, I might have an idea. I just might have an idea.
oh, and we'll discuss that.
It's an amnesia.
It's always an amnesia. That's always
No,
his idea.
this
That would
whole
actually be-
game's an amnesia.
That's
Exactly.
what I was
Fuck
gonna
you.
say. That would actually be sick for us to not know our character, just how the game works, and then you're like, boom, here's your sheet.
Yeah, so much more work for a GM pass. But when he's doing it, maybe he won't pass. We'll see. That being said, thank you for joining us. We're going to discuss this system and what we do next on our next edition of System Overload. But that won't be next week. That'll be the week after next. This week, we're still going to have Mythcraft Country. Join us on Friday for that, where we play the wonderful system of Mythcraft. I run it. Some of these guys play it. And it's gonna be a grand old hoot.
We are
Mythcraft's-
the
Mythcraft's
Disorderlies.
baller.
That's right.
Yes.
The Disorderlies.
Dun,
He
dun.
remembered. I was gonna quiz you guys, so I'm excited to remember.
I remember. Of
The
course I remember.
Disorderlies are
Gotta
back.
watch it.
It's the only thing important that
Wait,
happened.
say,
in
say it for me one more time,
episode.
Jeff.
The Disorderlies are back on Friday in our primetime slot. That'll be 8 o'clock.
Love it.
On Hump Day for our Torchlit affiliates. That's the Torchlit Tavern podcast anniversary. So it's Torchlit Day for us, but for others it might be Valentine's Day. So we are going to be doing something that night. I actually meant to plan ahead further, but I never heard back from one of my players on whether or not he was going to make it. So that has been me. Anyways, and the week after that, we'll be doing a wonderful game with Katie Mischief called Orem's Legacy. If you haven't up to this point, please go check out the Torchlit Tavern podcast. It's what started this all, and I really am very proud of it. And also, if you're checking out podcasts, you should check out the Mythcraft podcast because they've been super supportive of us, and they're great.
I have. Yeah, they are
So,
great.
I want to jump in real quick. For Kenny, as DM for the Amnesia game, I build the characters and your character sheets. You don't even know your character's name when you start. You know nothing. It's not like you got bonked. You literally start with a clean slate and you write out what I tell you about your character.
You're playing a group game of what was that one game
Who's Who?
called? No, it's
Guess Who?
Who done it? It's me, I suppose.
It's a group game of Disco Elysium.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go.
But yes, maybe we'll have that next time. We'll tell you more about that on our what we like to call the oh gosh, I'd already forgotten the name of what I was calling them. But
The 0.5s.
yes, but I'd come up with a different name. Anyways, we'll catch you up there.
They were session 0.5. I don't know.
No, I had a fun little name for them.
Did you?
The
Okay.
Void.
We'll get to
Promise-
that.
Decisions from the Void.
Well, then we had a 10:30 shut off. So what do we tell them on Overload?
I actually don't know.
Well, what we always say here at Torchlit Tavern, pretty standard. Tell good stories.
Tell them. Tell them.